Hello, welcome to Defiant Wrestling Stacked 2018 live reactions. Finally, they're back with some new content. So we're going to just check this out, see what is going on with it. Alright, let's start it.
Miller is bleeding heavily from the skull. You need some help.
Hey, focus on hey.
Whoa, hey.
Broadcast.
Referee, get him back.
Because I knew when it was time to take a step back, and it wasn't all about me.
If I want to end your career, then I will, because I want that Defiant Wrestling Championship.
Priestley, oh my God, in seconds of the ultimate prize. Bea Priestley is the women's champion.
It's been like 6 hours of wrestling content.
The star who has been born in this tournament. The third time he gets it. Self-justice of the right on the back of his head for goodness sake, and that'll do it. John Babbo Slinger is the ringmaster. Butterfly suplex. Ospreay will launch himself off the rope. Shotgun drop kick there from Walter.
It takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes blood.
It promises to be a wild night in Manchester, as in our main event, the Aerial Assassin attempts to take down the biggest target he has ever faced. It is Will Ospreay versus Walter for the Internet title tonight at Stacked. Dave Bradshaw here at ringside with James R. Kennedy. And James, what a huge main event! Oh, what if ever a wrestling show was well named? It's tonight at Stacked. We're coming off the beautiful Ringmaster tournament. I can't wait to see the fallout, Bradshaw. Plus, we've got that cross match between Martin Kirby and Joe Hendry. Much more besides as well. Right now, let's take it up to our ring announcer, Stevie Aaron, and get things going. And what a way to start this promises to be. A man who made quite the impression at the Ringmaster tournament.
The following contest, it is the opening match of Defiant Wrestling Stacked. It is a singles bout set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time, making his way towards the ring, from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, Omari!
The Big O! Back here in Defiant, after, as I said, impressing in that Ringmaster tournament. And, well, of course, given the reaction he got from the Defiant fans, he was always going to be invited back. Absolutely, and it's almost like Omari has been shot out of a cannon to that point. If you remember Dave Bradshaw during the Ringmaster tournament, Omari replaced an injured Millie McKenzie, and he took the Jewish cannon, David Starr, to his limits. Very, very unlucky not to progress. Well, we will see if Omari can have any more luck against this man. A man returning to Defiant after a year's absence. But he is a man who lives long in the memory. A unique competitor from Berlin, Germany.
Hey, Alex.
He's a little odd.
Lucky
to say the
kid,
least.
isn't it?
You see that again? They call him the Young Lion. Lucky Kid was last seen here in Defiant as part of the Pro Wrestling
Oh, that
World
one.
Cup,
That
made
one.
the
I don't know.
last
I've never watched
16
that one.
of that great tournament in 2017. Since then, he's had huge success all around Europe, including, of course, in his home promotion, GWF, where he's been the Berlin champion. A Lucky Kid looking to get straight back to winning ways here in Defiant at the expense of Omari.
Lucky Kid heading our way after endearing himself to the patrons here. And Bradshaw, there's something about this man that, well, I'm not going to mince my words, it gives me the creeps, quite frankly. You say unique, I say he's out of this world, and I'm not sure right now if that's a positive or a negative.
Unorthodox, unpredictable, call him what you will, but he is a major player in European wrestling. And he is back here in Defiant. What was that?
Certainly making an impression, wasn't quite a spinneroonie, I'll tell you that for free. However, you touched on it, Bradshaw, the history of Lucky Kid here in Defiant Wrestling. Now he's looking to make a splash in the singles division, go after some gold as a singles
So how have you been anyway,
He was
Alex?
also part of a tag team the last time we saw him. And I'll let you say the name.
They were Die Jungen Löwen.
Say it again, go on.
Die Jungen Löwen.
Oh, I can't get
the
nothing.
Young Lions. But that seemed a long time ago now. Omari has had to back onto the turnbuckle to avoid the strange advance of Lucky Kid.
I'm not
His
sure if
opponent,
I've seen anything like
wrestling
that.
out of Berlin, Germany, and is a member of Team Rise, winning tonight at 180 pounds, Lucky Kid!
Here he is, Lucky Kid. Well, getting a lot of support from those who've seen him in action before, because for all of these bizarre antics, Lucky Kid, a very, very talented competitor, but I think half this crowd, maybe those who haven't seen him before, don't really know what to make of him.
Well, to your point, Omari, I'm not sure he's ever seen anything like
I'm
Lucky Kid
trying to figure out
before.
what the hell he is.
The Big O not sure what to make of Kid. And this live crowd in Manchester not wasting time getting behind Omari.
Yeah, if anything, the strangeness factor has gone up a couple of notches for Lucky Kid since last year.
And it keeps on rising. Look at this.
Omari's standing in the middle of the ring, and Omari's still early in his career. I'm not sure he's ever faced anyone quite as unorthodox as Lucky Kid.
Well, no one forgets the first time, and I'm sure Omari's not going to forget the first time he locked horns with Lucky Kid.
It'll be very important here for Omari to find a way to defeat Lucky Kid, be one of the biggest feathers in his cap so far in his career. And he needs that after impressive performances, but ultimately not 100% win record there in the Ringmaster tournament, obviously.
Yeah, but think of the confidence, as I said, Bradshaw, that Omari's performance against David Starr will give him.
That's right, and he did subsequently beat Curtis Chapman as well, of course, but there's a trip from Lucky Kid and a kick to the side of the head by the young German, who's getting a mixed reception from the crowd here at Stack.
He's got a mixed up brain, that's for sure.
Here comes Lucky Kid, going to try and launch himself. Omari did a bit of duck and cover, and Lucky Kid changed his mind.
And decides to have a little seat smack bang in the centre of the ring. And again, Bradshaw, Omari, he's almost got a half smile on his face. Not entirely sure what to make of his opponent here.
Yeah, I think it's a nervous smile. Oh God, there's a
Can you blame him?
kick to the leg of Omari. Omari, the much taller of the two men, so Lucky Kid, again, for all these strange parts of his behaviour, is trying to find a way to get the big man off his feet.
There's some more strange behaviour, just clutching the leg, the sizable leg of Omari.
Omari is just utterly confused by this.
I'm confused on what is going on. This
He's
guy is looking
absolutely
at his leg.
perplexed
What?
by what Lucky Kid is doing.
I think Lucky Kid
I'm
thinks
just
he's
gonna
applying
nope.
submission hold.
Nope. I'm done. No with this match.
And Omari is prepared to humour him.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any danger of Omari tapping out anytime soon. If this is the extent of Lucky Kid's offense, he might want to think about renaming himself. Not going to get lucky here.
Yeah, Omari's managed to get hold of a flailing limb. The
What
Hang on a
is
second,
seriously
Lucky
going
Kid is,
on?
causing Omari to go backwards. And now they're both on the canvas here.
Well, that's one way to get the big man off his feet. You have to give Lucky Kid
Come
points
on.
for originality at
I'm
least.
trying to figure out what he's
Lucky Kid's
doing.
end game here, though. This is all well good, this fun and games, but Omari's a serious competitor, and Lucky Kid might be about to find that out. Kid with the block of the attempt at the right hand from Omari. Lucky now on the top rope springboard. And
Okay.
well, the technique was great. The afters was again a little strange.
A little bit like Skyrim here, trying to knock Omari off his feet using his voice, Lucky Kid. And yet again with the unique...
God!
That'll get your head straight.
I believe Omari's patience has run out.
Again, Manchester firmly behind Omari.
And it speaks volumes to the impact that Omari has had in Defiant in a short period of time. The crowd already chanting his name in just what his third night in the company.
Moves with such grace for such a large man. It's so impressive.
Omari trying to get those shoulders down, pinning predicament here. Get out at two.
Wasting no time, Omari back on the offense.
He's got him in the cradle, got the arms hooked together, and Kid again found a way out on two, but Lucky Kid is reeling here.
Yeah, Kid does not know where he is, Bradshaw. Maybe that's a blessing in this sense, but
I'm not sure he knew where he was when he came in.
Omari now firmly in charge of this match. Get the impression from this young man. Only watched him a handful of times. He definitely loves to be in control, wrestle the match at his pace.
This is just the first of 8 matches we've got for you tonight on Stack. Of course, that internet title match, first time ever. Will Ospreay and Walder coming up later on, and Kirby versus Hendry grudge match as well, plus #1 contender matches for the internet title and tag team titles, so much more. Besides, there's Lucky Kid trying to force a submission. Now this is a more serious submission hold.
Yeah, there's a chance that Omari might tap out. If indeed he can tap out, look at the position of both arms.
And look what Lucky Kid is doing to the fingers of that extended right arm, bending them backwards. Omari is trying to find a way out, and the advantage Omari has perhaps is the extra length he has in those limbs.
Uh-oh.
There's a Lucky Kid-esque scream from Omari. Handstand, back elbow off the handspring from Lucky Kid.
Lucky Kid may be unorthodox, but you cannot argue with results.
This
He's
is
swung
weird.
that pendulum back in his favour, and now Lucky Kid's the one in control.
Lucky Kid is receiving a mixed reception, as he has been since the opening bell.
He hasn't taken that smile off his face either.
I'm not sure if that smile has anything to do with anything that's going on outside of his own head.
And,
Omari
oh,
forearm to the side
massive
of the
punch
face
by
of
Omari.
Lucky Kid. Omari will go to the ropes here. Lucky Kid's going to follow him. Oh, God, look at that
Massive
kick.
kick.
It's the second stiff kick in this match from Omari. There's a third.
How on earth is Lucky Kid's head still attached to his shoulders? Omari going to try and end it. He'll take Lucky Kid to the ropes. It's broken down. It's like a brawl here. Lucky Kid on top though.
Well, I think that suits Kid more than it does Omari, to be honest.
Kid will go to the ropes, kick to the side of the head. That'll rattle your brain.
That's a receipt.
Omari may be out from this. He gets a 2 count as Lucky Kid, and only a 2 count after the kick out from Omari.
Oh, the comment section's dead at the minute.
Lucky Kid's tongue glued to that bottom lip. I've not seen him close his mouth since the first bell rang.
I think any attempt to explain any facet of the behaviour of Lucky Kid is probably a fool's errand. It's probably why you're trying.
Oh, come on. Cheap shots. Oh, speaking of cheap.
Nothing cheap about that, but a very hard shot from Lucky Kid, and a response in kind from Omari.
Come on, Omari.
The antics from Lucky Kid early on in the match now, you see, have gone out of the window. We are very much down to business here.
Well, you can see that maybe the size of Omari giving him more weight behind those forearms. Kid crumples down to the mat. Still got a smile on his face. I can't believe this man.
He is a couple of sandwiches short of the proverbial picnic, isn't he? Lucky kid. There's a...
We don't know what's in those sandwiches.
Oh, just a one. Damn, lucky
to the
kid.
head from Omari won't do anything to change his well-being, or improve it at least.
You know, there's method to the madness, so to speak, almost, because you can see how Kid's approach has taken Omari off his own game.
He can certainly strike an opponent. That one strike to the chest takes Omari down, but Kid is wasting time here.
I'm not even sure this man is aware where he is, to be quite honest.
Oh, Lucky Kid will
found his bearings again.
And he's going to try and pick up the 6'4" Omari.
No easy task.
What's he looking for here? Maybe a power bomb?
No way.
Yeah, the comment section's working.
Height advantage makes him a lot harder to pick up. And short arm clotheslines from Lucky Kid, an attempt to... Oh God! High leg lariat from Omari.
There we go.
That might do it, you know.
Look at the power.
Oh, gut wrench. See
One,
that power
two,
bomb. The cover there, Omari.
kick
That's
out
too
by Lucky Kid.
That is as close as we've come to a 3 count in this match. And look at this, the head nod from Omari as this live crowd chant his name. He's feeling it, Bradshaw.
Well, the bizarre behaviour of Lucky Kid may have taken Omari off his game at the beginning, but Omari is very much starting to find his feet here. Oh, Omari went for the ozone. It's a move he put away Curtis Chapman with. Oh, instead it's an inside cradle. Inside cradle from Lucky Kid in a 2 count. Clothesline attempt from Kid. Omari ducks, gets a forearm right into the face of Lucky Kid. Attempts the German looping on Lucky and lands on his feet. What agility from this young German.
And there's more of it.
Takes him down with the sliced bread. The cover from Lucky Kid to win it. No.
It's no mean feat to hook that giant leg of Omari and manage to get the 3. Lucky Kid coming so close, however. And now Lucky Kid's feeling it. And the crowd
damn.
feeling Lucky Kid.
Shows you how quickly the tide can turn. Here in Defiant, it looked like Omari was going to hit the ozone, and seconds later, Lucky Kid comes within a split second of winning this.
The resilience of Omari again.
With a shoulder thrust into the corner. Lucky Kid again, the high leg. Uses those long legs as a weapon. Repeatedly does Omari. And Lucky Kid is in a very precarious spot here, perched upon the top turnbuckle. Omari is going to try and...
It's going to be a long way down for Kid, if this is what I think it is.
Be careful his feet don't hit the roof. The height of Omari. He's going to hit this superplex.
Don't fall the main event for me. I'm excited for that one.
Game changer. If Omari can hit that, so does all he can to fight it off. Lucky Kid now. On the top turnbuckle, Omari still back there with him, still tenaciously trying for this superplex.
Here we go.
And he might get it.
I know, it sounds like it's going to be a
Lucky
hell
Kid.
game.
Kid out, Kid out. Kid with Omari on his shoulders. And a power bomb by Lucky Kid. Omari kicks out. Wow.
Wow, what a match we are seeing to open up Stacked here in Manchester. Lucky Kid still in control.
BEC Arena utterly absorbed by this one as Lucky Kid, having escaped that superplex that surely would have ended it. Oh, hang on.
Kid cannot let this live crowd get inside his head.
Oh, hey, Jack.
As far as the live crowd,
I'm glad you're here, mate.
Want to get inside Lucky Kid's head.
You must not got a notification.
He'll get out again.
Well, there you go.
YouTube. Hey, Ross.
Kid was trying to pick Omari up, and I think Kid was a little surprised that there was a brief Lucky Kid chant from part of the crowd. He's got the...
this is a mistake.
Trying for the full Nelson. He's going to try for that lion suplex. Instead, there's a cover, a counter from Lucky Kid. Will that do it? No. Bit of inexperience there from Omari. Nearly took his eye off the ball for 3 seconds. That could have cost him. Well, hang on a second. Omari with the ozone.
That's why we're here.
Good God, what impact from Omari. And Omari defeats Lucky Kid.
Here is your
completely understand why you're here.
If I was any member
I'm
of
glad
the
you're going
Defiant
to
roster, back in the locker room, looking at that move, the ozone, I would be utterly terrified.
I'm glad I said that at Discord, Dan.
Reason, or no evidence rather, to suggest that Amari couldn't hit that on anyone on the Defiant roster. This young man has one hell of a bright future.
Tremendous young athlete, as you say. The sky is the limit for Omari with one of the biggest wins of his young career tonight in Manchester against Lucky Kid.
Zoe, welcome to Defiant. This is your debut match tonight against B. Priestley. How are you feeling about it?
Excited. I'm ready to go, but I'm also super nervous. So I've seen B kill people all over the world in her wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I understand, Jack.
I've been all
Well,
over the world improving myself.
just gonna mention we're gonna be here till near Royal time, mate. Anyway,
And
this
I'm here to
stream
prove
is
myself
3 hours and
and fight. I'm
15
here to
minutes
prove
long.
myself.
We're literally
So
watching
next
this,
time,
and
hopefully,
I'm gonna go off for
I
like
can
10
have a shot at
minutes,
that
and then we're gonna be
this
at
time.
Raw.
Cool.
So hopefully,
Well,
if you stick around for this one, you should be able to. Just chill for a few hours.
They call him the opportunist. They call him one of the most dangerous men in the world of wrestling, and now they call him the ringmaster.
The following contest, it is a singles bout set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Heading to the ring at this time, wrestling out of Bitburg, Germany, and winning tonight, 229 pounds. He is the ringmaster, John Bad Bones Klinger.
What a spectacular victory.
That's a long ass fucking name, the Ringmaster,
Bad Bones
John
Klinger.
Bad Bones Klinger.
In that big tournament just a month or so ago, the ringmaster, particularly in that fatal four-way elimination final.
And look at what it says on the back of Klinger's jacket.
Yeah, did you hear the clones are returning, Jack? This is... Yeah, but that's kind of apples and oranges, isn't it, Alex? You're comparing a pay-per-view to an average weekly television show.
On November 7th,
Kind of not the same thing.
and who would bet against
Now, if you
him?
compared it to an episode of normal Defiant Wrestling TV show, or a live weekly show, then there'd be a lot more comparisons I could make.
They talk about a warm-up but refuse to lose. This is
Obviously,
final.
this is meant to be a big aspect of them.
His
Ask Doug
opponent,
Williams from last time.
hailing from Reading, Berkshire,
Yeah.
and weighing tonight, 240 pounds. He is the true ambassador of British professional wrestling, Doug Williams!
Very
The ambassador
debatable.
of British wrestling, indeed. Doug Williams with a 2-decade-plus career.
Depends,
getting a standing ovation
in
from
my
most of
opinion,
the
what
crowd
aspect you go in.
here
If you
in
compare Defiant
Manchester,
Wrestling to
there are
NXT,
few
you got no
who
way in
have
hell
done
it's
more
better.
for this industry
Honestly,
than that.
NXT is fucking on fire. But if you're going main roster WWE versus this, then yes, I would probably have to agree with you. Because main roster WWE is...
Agility of Klinger.
Yeah, the best of times.
Just when I was
Whereas Defiant Wrestling's a bit higher, in my opinion.
worthy of so much respect,
It does do some
Klinger
really good
showing,
matches. I do
he
love
had
indie
absolutely no
promotions.
respect
Do
for anyone.
not get me wrong. I love the stuff indie promotions
This
do.
is exactly what you have to do against a wily ring veteran like Doug Williams. Take the match to him from the off.
Well, NXT is different to WWE. Yeah, if you're saying that's
Klinger will
them,
get
yes.
that championship opportunity on November 7th.
Oh, that's fine, Ross. That's fine, mate. As long as you can be here for a
Presumably,
bit,
he's
I
still
like
champion
it.
against Rampage.
What a message it would send
Have you
to
watched
Rampage.
World of Sport? No,
Rampage
I need to
respects Doug
catch up
Williams
on
and
World
a
of
few
Sport.
others. It would send one hell of a message to the champion if Klinger put
Saturday
Williams in
night, we'll
hospital.
have a World of Sport live stream.
Not defending the Defiant Championship tonight here in Manchester. He was still on the injured
It's
list,
Saturday, and
unfortunately,
it's
his
Saturday
scheduled
evening.
opponent,
So when I
Gabriel
finish
Kidd, is
work,
here.
I'll come home and we'll do a live
Dude,
stream
he's in a
of World
pretty
of
bad
Sport.
mood. But anyway, here comes Klinger.
I need to
Off the
watch
top
it.
of the missile dropkick. And there,
Saturday.
wily veteran skills.
So yeah,
Williams
I'll watch it
put
when I
in.
come home.
Yeah, that was the ring
That's
awareness.
fine.
That's all it was of Doug Williams. Knew exactly where he was. He
That's
does
fine.
at all times.
We will
And
watch
now,
the
he looks
World
to
of
take
Sport
charge.
this Saturday, and I'm going to try at some point. I've got Friday night off,
Williams with that shot.
so I might cram in the first 3 episodes in a
It's all
massive
about
live
his fair
stream.
play. Williams throwing
If I get a chance Friday night, watch 3 episodes of World of Sport so I can catch up on what's going on, and then we'll check out the 4th one on Saturday.
Corner of the ring.
Nice.
Steve Linsky.
Let's hope they have, Jack.
A job keeping a lid on this match.
Williams dropping Klinger face first. On top of that crowd barrier. Obviously, Klinger would like nothing more than to defeat Williams.
Also, while I've got you 3 guys, I'm going to be doing Pokemon in the next Let's Play series, the next iPlay episodes I do on this channel, not the live, the recorded. Do you want to see Fire Red and Leaf Green, one of them 2, or do you want to see Heart Gold or Silver? So do you want to see the remake of the originals or the remake of Gold and Silver? Which one would you prefer to watch? Because I'm going to do the remakes because the originals are a bit yeah. And to be honest, I've played the original Blue, Red and Yellow to death, and I like the adjustments they make in the remake.
Knee right into the midsection of Williams for 1 count.
Oh, fair enough, Jack. Well, got to be responsible first, haven't you, mate?
For any time at all, and couple of axe handles from.
Do you want to see the remake of Red and Blue, or the remake of Gold or Silver? So the remake of Pokemon Generation 1 or the remake of Pokemon Generation 2? Because I'm going to be playing one of them first. Which one would all of you prefer to see?
And obviously, he made quite the statement on his return.
Go Gen 4.
Maintain that momentum. Clearly
is
going
that
into November
Gold and
7th.
Silver? Is that?
Williams now deposited in the
Is
corner.
that going to be? I do know Gen 4, which we'll be playing. Don't worry, we'll cover all the Pokemon games on this channel. We're also going to be playing a few other games. We're pre-recorded because some of this content just looks boring when you play live. It really does.
Almost a 1 count again of Williams once again.
Yeah, I can play that, don't worry, but I want to play one of the original ones first.
Anytime at all if he can avoid it, he knows just how dangerous Klinger is.
Referee asking Doug Williams if he fancies giving it up.
Okay, I will play Leaf Green or Fire Red then. That's no problem. I've decided to play the remasters because the original ones just had so many problems that they ironed out when they remade them. Like, you had limited storage in the bags, and there was just so many different aspects that made the remakes much better.
The whim of Klinger, who's going to pick him up. Oh, Williams surprises Klinger and pick out Will. Klinger held on. Klinger's still looking for that suplex.
See, I've been working on DS emulator as well, so I can play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is one game I've never played. I played the original because, well, I have Pokemon Gold right here. But I haven't played the remastered. I'm really curious to see what they're like.
And I get the impression, Bradshaw, that deeper into this match we go, it's almost like Williams has an advantage. He finds a second wind where other wrestlers...
Oh, that's nice, Jack. I have not been to Smith's Toys because there's not one that local to me.
Knee right to the face of the ringmaster. Clothesline takes him down.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Where does Williams find this from? He's made a career out of resilience.
Right now, both of these heavyweights are down. Referee Steve Linsky.
Alex is only joking with us, Jack.
Man makes it to their
yes.
10,
Hello, Arnold. Welcome. I have played H1Z1. I didn't really like it that much. I played it when it got out, and I did a live stream of it. Still not my sort of thing.
That was John Klinger.
Exchanging strikes, middle of the ring. These two giants of European wrestling scene, and
but the face of the question, what, the WWE toys?
After raking the eyes of Williams, kick right to the thigh.
I would say no, because that's a Tyler Bate.
Inverted atomic drop. Williams will go to the ropes here. Williams ducks the
and that is fantastically spot on.
Williams back elbow.
Beautifully executed.
Yes, Roman Reigns just a bit. But guys, I must have to say he's
from Williams. Klinger is really into the corner. He goes. Williams will follow him in.
Yes, I will agree with you, Alex. Some of them for the lower models, the basic models, do look a bit shit.
Klinger into the...
I will admit that some of the basic models do look shit,
ends up on the apron.
but the higher quality elite ones all look fucking amazing. I'll show you, I've got an elite boogeyman.
Williams, another elbow.
He looks sick
off his
as
feet.
fuck.
The cover by Williams and kick out on 2.
Speaking of resilience, there's
No,
some
trust me, Alex, they're the same price as they used to be. I used to collect them back in the day. They've not got any more expensive.
You don't get to be the winner of that tournament without having some resilience. He obviously had to go through 2 nights of action, including, of course, that fatal 4-way.
Nice.
Elimination.
Yeah, honestly, they're just literally about the same shit.
In some time.
This one's pretty grueling itself.
Yeah, it could be a step too far for Klinger. Williams may be going for that bomb scare knee drop. I think he was. Klinger moved though, and Williams rolled through.
Yeah, Roman Reigns in the Shield. I can't wait to see what he does tonight.
Sends Klinger to the outside. Klinger held on, launches himself back into the ribs of Williams. Will Klinger win it here? No.
Look at the look of shock on Klinger's face. He firmly believed that would be enough for the 3 count and the victory.
Nah, that's harsh. That roasting was okay.
Well, Klinger with a angry look around at the crowd here in the BEC arena as he picks up Williams.
Well, you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Yeah, tomorrow night we've got a brand new game series coming out.
Telling Klinger to bring it on.
Klinger is screaming in the face of
Let me
Williams.
get the game name up because I cannot remember it for the life of me.
Klinger. Again, Williams backs Klinger into the corner.
I've eaten spam. Trust me, I'd rather not eat spam than eat that. You can honestly trust me on that one. I've tried both.
But Klinger has him lined up. Williams got the boot up. Williams has to catch him on it. Overhead throw by John Bad Bones Klinger, the cover. The left leg hooked on. Williams kicked out with the right.
You can feel the frustration building with Klinger. He invites this audience in Manchester to shut the hell up. And now says that Doug Williams can kiss his hopes of winning this match goodbye.
We are playing Yazuka Kiwami too.
You're a polite guy, I guess.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Damn.
Anyway, Klinger, middle turnbuckle. Took too long getting up there. Williams
Oh, have you?
Catches him, big slap across the face.
Oh, you did. Thank you, Jack.
Klinger is in trouble here. We saw Omari attempt that superplex in our opening match. Williams is trying
this is risky,
the same thing here on Klinger.
Very, very risky. That's why they call it high risk, I guess. This one must come off.
Well, it didn't end well for Omari. Can Williams have a little more luck? Now, precariously balanced. 2 very big men to be up there on the top.
Yeah, look at the ropes.
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. Wow. How rare is that? A gut-wrench suplex from the top.
Bad Bones. John Klinger almost suplexed out of his boots there. That could be enough for the cover if Doug Williams can capitalise.
His boots are still on. He may have been suplexed out of consciousness, though. Klinger is dead weight here. Williams to defeat the ringmaster. No.
What about this? What a feather in the cap of Doug Williams it would be if he can off the win of the ringmaster tournament. That'd be huge for Williams at this stage in his career.
Klinger is in real trouble here. Klinger doesn't seem to know where he is as Williams picks him up. Williams may be looking for the Chaos Theory. Then he sends Klinger into the corner. And the overhead suplex by Williams. Will that do it? It might, you know, it might. No, it doesn't. Very close.
The explosion of the hips there from Doug Williams. Pulling over the massive frame of John Klinger, almost getting the 3. And Williams says it's done, it's over.
Here comes Chaos Theory. Williams on. Klinger held on to the turnbuckle. It's the only thing that saved him. Klinger, boot to the face of Williams.
Yeah.
Ringmaster goes to the...
Hey, Sam, welcome.
Oh, God, the code breaker. The code breaker.
I believe
Williams from Klinger and a kick out. Right shoulder
the
goes
Colognes, the Bar, and
Klinger borrowed with permission, by the way.
Luke Gallows and Cole Anderson in the first match, and then it's rumoured that it's going to be Sanity, the Usos, and another team for the second match.
He calls it the self-justice! And as far as Klinger is concerned, justice is done because he has defeated Doug Williams.
The winner of the match, John Bad
Bones
Klinger.
John Bad Bones Klinger marches on to November the 7th. Refuse to lose. A date when he may just become the man here in Defiant Wrestling.
Well, Rampage, there is a target on your back, and that target, as far as John Klinger is concerned, it's closer than ever, and it is the Defiant World Championship. What a win for Bad Bones.
Klinger confidently walking out of here as Doug Williams looking for a microphone here. I think he wants to address the crowd.
Let me start by turning the microphone on. And secondly, it's always a pleasure to come back to Manchester in front of all you Defiant fans. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Now, rumours abound about my upcoming retirement. And there could be a stipulation that says I might have to retire at the end of September, which would mean this would be my last appearance for Defiant. However, I am not going to be forced into retirement. I will choose when and where I choose to do so. And let me assure you of one more thing. I will make sure, whatever happens, I will wrestle again in front of Defiant fans.
Turn around, Doug! Doug, turn around!
I'm not sure he wants to turn around.
On the code breaker again from Klinger! What was that for?
Was that one final kiss goodbye from John Klinger to Doug Williams?
Klinger just can't handle someone else having the spotlight even for a second.
I proved once again that I'm the best man on Defiant. I have become ringmaster. Right now, I have beaten a British legend. And now, Rampage, count your days, because your gold is going to this German right here. I will become new Defiant World.
Sorry, I was just changing the coil.
I will thrill you.
Imagine a world where John Bad Bones Klinger was our champion. What a terrifying world that would be.
We might not have to imagine it, Bradshaw. John Klinger laid it out. He firmly believes he's going to be the next champion. Why shouldn't he?
Well, November 7th, he'll get his chance. John Bad Bones Klinger marches on.
Green apple.
To refuse
Green apple
to
flavour.
lose. Big win there for John Bad Bones Klinger as Doug Williams gets a well-earned round of applause from this crowd here in Manchester.
Well, Doug Williams, a UK wrestling institution. However, hey, at the end of the day, Bradshaw, John Klinger was the one with his hand raised.
Well, let's shift gears here. We're going to talk about another member of the Defiant roster who's become very, very popular in a short period of time. Simon Miller, who suffered a very unfortunate injury at the Ringmaster tournament. Well, let's take a look at the footage of what happened. Here you see a lariat from Gabriel Kidd on Miller. And Miller kicked out of that pin attempt, but you could see something was wrong with his right arm. The match had to be stopped by our senior official, Steve Linsky. And it turned out some very serious damage had been done, we believed, to Miller's collarbone. So, Simon Miller taken out of the Ringmaster event just a month or so ago.
Oh, damn. Ah.
Right now, we are going to hear
Oh, come on. Just leave us with the goddamn heat wave
on that
already.
injury.
Oh, goody, gumdrop.
Mr. Simon Miller, what's your problem?
I can't wait. You know, there's some people on the internet, Dave Bradshaw, who say that Simon Miller has a weakness, that he's prone to injury. Would you argue with them?
I mean, it's a little bit early in his career to be making claims like that.
Oh, come on. The proof is in the pudding, as they say.
There are some people, apparently yourself included, who can't handle the
I
fact
bet
that
Simon
man who
Miller.
is
He's a nice guy.
successful wrestling YouTuber has developed such a following as a wrestler in a short period of time, and
I'm good, Sam. It's nice to have you back finally, mate. Where have you been all this time? I haven't seen you in weeks.
Miller believed he could step foot inside the ring with a professional like Gabriel Kidd, and look at the results. He's benched on the injured list. He's out of here.
Oh, nice of you to send
He
your
does
best
need to be
wishes.
called, Jack. I
Anyway,
agree.
there's some applause. Let's hear from him.
That is not easy to watch. And as you can imagine, over the last few weeks, I've watched it an awful damn lot. I want to thank everyone that reached out to me over social media and the internet and all that and said well wishes. As you can see, so far it's not been going well. Yeah, exactly. However, as you can probably see from the footage, last month's Defiant Ringmaster tournament, I got injured. I got hit with a pretty brutal clothesline from Gabriel Kidd, and well, you just seen it. However, you don't know everything.
Okay, fair enough, Sam.
And that is why I'm here tonight. It's tough for me to talk about, but basically this. The day after night one at the Defiant Ringmaster Tournament, I thought it would be really fun to do an ups and downs for the show. I had a match against Nathan Cruz. I wasn't successful, but you know, I came out feeling, I was proud of the effort that I put in. And then, this happened. Can we roll the footage, please? Can we roll the footage?
Anymore, you know what we do. Let's up.
What?
Yeah. That was H.T. Drake. H.T. Drake, the man that finally got his initials back. Now here's the thing. After that happened, I knew that something was wrong. I went to a hospital that day and I was told that I'd partially torn my shoulder, and they said you shouldn't wrestle later on. You shouldn't do it. And I ignored them. And the reason I ignored them is simple. Despite what some people like to think, I'm damn serious about this. I want to get better at this. I want to win at this. So I turned up at Defiant Wrestling. I went out for my match with Gabriel Kidd, and you saw it. You saw what happened. And on impact, he tore my shoulder completely. And now I got to try and get better. That's it. But here's the thing. I'm not going to worry about Gabriel Kidd right now, because that's not the problem. The problem, as it always has been since day one, when I stepped into this ring for Defiant, is H.T. Drake. And the irony is, the problem that H.T. Drake has with me is that he doesn't want me in his world. However, as we've just seen, he's got no problem coming into
I've never had a
mine.
problem with it, mate, at all.
And because of
It must
H.T.
just be an
Drake,
Xbox thing.
I am now unable to wrestle. He tore my shoulder off the bone, and I need to get back to where I once was. But that's fine. That's just a new goal. That's something for me, to focus on, right? So here's what I'm gonna do tonight. A couple of commentators over there.
It is, Sam. It is grape soda.
Going back to my roots here, I did a little bit of commentary when this thing got going. Between you and me, it didn't necessarily go very well. I may have vanished a couple of weeks later. But don't worry about that, because the reason I'm going to go sit out there is because H.T. Drake has a match in a couple of minutes' time. So H.T. Drake, let me tell you this. From this point on, I'm going to watch everything you do. I'm going to study every move you make. Because as soon as somebody tells me that this shoulder is better, as soon as somebody tells me that I'm allowed to get back in this ring, I'm going to walk down this aisle, I'm going to get into this ring, and I'm going to kick your ass. And now that I know you're a fan of my videos, HT Drake, guess what? You're the biggest down in Ups and Downs history.
Damn.
Why? I'm gonna show you why.
Damn, that was your promo.
Like, very determined Simon Miller, apparently coming over here.
Oh damn, yeah, they teased it on the last NXT.
Who told you that?
Well, no, I might have made it up, but
why don't you give Simon your seat?
What? No, that's not. What? But you
Give
heard
Simon
what he
your
said.
seat. Get out of here.
He said he was rubbish at it the last time. Oh, Simon, no.
I think we've heard plenty of you anyway. Well, this is a great improvement. Here he is. Mr. Simon Miller.
Oh hey, Sammy, welcome. Oh no! Oh, why are you sick? I heard as well, Ross. What's up with you, Sammy?
How you doing, Dave? Oh, very well. Even better now.
Well, you know, I like to be a positive good guy when I can.
Well, here's someone who doesn't like to be a positive good guy whatsoever, as you've just been explaining.
Well, my problem with this guy is that at one time I had no problem with him. And he actually has he doesn't have any reason to have a problem with me. What have I ever done to HT Drake?
The man who has a problem with an awful lot of people.
Oh, the first SmackDown.
And his name is Simon Miller.
Oh, well, that'll be good.
Defiant Wrestling Stacked continues with his singles match, which is set for one fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring at this time, hailing from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, and weighing in tonight at 214 pounds, HT Drake!
HT Drake.
Honestly.
A few words for Simon Miller on his way to the ring.
Oh, hey, Timmy, how are you,
I'm not
mate?
playing around anymore, man.
I appreciate that, Simon. You've got to be a little bit careful, though, while that shoulder is hurt. That's a very dangerous man.
Yeah, I'm watching you too. I will. I watch every step you make.
HT Drake. Quite uncomfortable. But anyway, quite aside from Simon Miller.
Yes, Jack, I've heard, mate. Hopefully they'll be in. They're not being confirmed, though, by anything leaked commentary from last game. But gauntlet matches, special referee, inferno matches, special guest referee. If all of them are in, I'm going to have such a fun time.
At 96 pounds, El Phantasmo!
He is getting his ass kicked.
48 hours before the Ringmaster tournament, El Phantasmo wasn't even in it. But then, 2 days later, Phantasmo came within just one man of becoming the Ringmaster.
Exactly. So I hope HT Drake for once understands the level of challenge put in front of him. From everything we can tell, HT Drake has forgotten. He's forgotten where he's coming, he's forgotten who he is. He's forgotten what pro wrestling is all about as far as I'm concerned. Stop looking over here. Focus on him. Focus on him. Focus on Phantasmo.
A big smile on the face of HT Drake as he surveys the injury to your right arm.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Shoulder.
Honestly, Ross, the amount of content I'm going to bring out is going to be...
In the pain of others. But he may suffer some pain here himself. But El Phantasmo, as we've seen already here in Defiant, is quite a competitor.
Exactly. And if HT Drake doesn't take him seriously,
How come Alex?
HT Drake needs to stop focusing so much on
Yeah, I know. I really hate when they brought it back and then you just got thrown out by John Rice if he did anything. That's not the point of a special referee match.
I'm going to remember it, and down the line,
Meant to piss everybody off and attack everybody. Please do elaborate on how it looks, Doc.
I'll tell you what.
I like the catchphrase.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Your friend James, he's not a big fan of it. I've heard him.
Please don't call him my friend.
Okay, you're right.
All right.
Colleague.
HT Drake and El Phantasmo then. One-on-one here. Simon, I do want to bring up with you Some people online have been saying HT Drake, of course, leading those calls.
Doesn't look
about how,
the same as last year.
First that big cut to your skull in your
via
first
HT
match.
Drake, let's not forget.
Indeed, and then the shoulder.
They've got so many new features in it. It's not going to be anything the same as last year.
You're not cut out to be in the ring. You should stick to YouTube. What's your response to that?
I'll say this.
Yeah, we get it early.
The reason,
yeah, because you've got a whole new roster, a lot more people. You've got Daniel Bryan.
And let's face it,
Daniel Bryan Showcase, so the showcase is back. It's going to have,
as we know, is HT Drake, and I think that says a lot more about
a showcase mode, so one there. It's going to have a hell of a lot more roster depth with the introduction of a lot more NXT stars. And
when I beat him a couple of months ago, that was what his big beef was. He couldn't use his
No,
initials,
they're really not,
Alex.
Alex. I don't find the showcase important. Oh, I love doing the history stuff. The graphics look really good. Well, they couldn't. You got to think, Ross, they couldn't do much more with the graphics because they did a massive step up last year, so they couldn't do that much of a step up this year because they already did that massive leap.
Back in North America.
I think it looks like it's going to be a really good game.
I'm not saying HT Drake doesn't know what he's doing.
The new look of it looks good with the new hood and everything.
Professional wrestler. But that's just going to make it all the more sweet.
Yes, Alex, that might be in the game. If I was you, mate, I would wait for the game to get released, have a look at the content that's on it, and if you want it, buy it. Simple as that, mate. Because I'm hoping it has a few of them features, but we won't know.
He can't get out of this, or can he? Yes, he can.
No, it's really not, Ross.
Bridging out, Drake rolls over again to the side headlock.
But it's not.
I don't think Drake.
And though in their eyes it is.
Doesn't seem to take it.
But it's nothing the same. Do you guys want to see a GM mode live stream, by the way? Would anyone be interested in me doing an 07 live stream with GM mode?
I'm sat here right now with you when I should be in there.
I mean, presumably, you could say Drake needs to be focused on you because you've just made a vow here that you one day, as soon as you're able to, are going to get him.
Absolutely, that is the case as well.
Okay.
You need to remember, you need to look at what's in front of you first. It just goes to show the fact that he can't take his eyes off me, as weird as that sounds, that sums up HT Drake to me. And I am going to...
Well, face on 2K19 now, which is together.
Yeah. You get him, Phantasmo.
He'll drop all the way up just to be in it.
Big drop kick from El Phantasmo.
Yeah, I love GM mode.
Chop across the chest.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll do a 2K. I'll do a 07 GM mode.
Using his right arm to balance.
What are we going to do?
I actually did that originally.
British Columbia.
My old Let's Play channel.
Still going.
Drake doesn't know what to do. He can't handle this, Drake.
Even getting smacked down.
I think Undertaker ever went this far.
No, he definitely did not.
Live.
I don't think Drake knows what to do about it.
Phantasmo! The Hurricane Rana and the cover, the kick out on two by Drake.
Unlucky Drake.
Well, Phantasmo gonna pick Drake up here, and the young Canadian is in control. At least he was until.
That's kind of the point of it, Jack. You're the one that's meant to create the matches, run the show. You're meant to be the general manager. That's what I love about it. It's simulation at its finest. You can play the matches if you want to. You can click there and click play. So if you wanted a certain outcome, like you say you wanted Triple H to be Undertaker for the title, you can play the match and make that happen.
Yeah, I'm watching you too.
But I'd be more interested in the simulation of I would do this.
He's a challenge for anybody. But let's not forget the 2 minutes ago. Who won? What does it say in the records book? Does it say HT Drake?
Exactly, so I feel like we would have a good time on it. The only problem is I haven't got any 07 data.
My problem with him is that I'm
so I'd have to actually play through the game or get cheats to unlock everything.
He said it was okay to come into, well, use his terminology. He thought it was okay to come into my world and attack me when I had no idea it was even there. At least I faced him face to face.
In hindsight,
yeah, I know you can kind of make universe mode it, but
Phantasmo went for a springboard.
It doesn't feel the same because you don't have to deal with contracts or rosters or anything like that. You don't have to deal with any of those problems. It doesn't feel the same. You haven't got morale, you haven't got fatigue, you haven't got this or that or that. It just doesn't feel like a GM mode.
Because the one thing that, HT Drake is leading those challenges, like you say, is they don't think I'm taking this seriously. They think I'm just some YouTuber that thought, oh, that'd be fun to be a wrestler, wouldn't it? And again, I'm not ashamed of, I'm a YouTuber, the word that people use, but I'm a wrestler now too. And I want to get better than this. I want to win at this. And you don't turn down opportunities.
that opportunity given to me against Gabriel Kidd that night was a massive one, and I would have been a fool to turn it down. I'd always do it again.
That would be good if you had a superstar shake-up.
Drake will say that is foolishness, but that is part of his whole beef with you, I guess, isn't it? That he thinks you don't know what you're doing in there.
He would know. He's a fool.
Fool or not, he's
do it, Alex.
An advantage here against El Phantasmo a moment ago by putting his thumb in the eyes, or thumbs in the eyes of Phantasmo. He's going to send him into the corner here. Phantasmo, though, will use every part of the ring to his advantage. Ropes, turnbuckles, you name it. There's a springboard crossbody. Trying to take Drake by surprise. And a kick out.
That's pretty good. SummerSlam in Canada next year.
Acai moonsault from El Phantasmo. The cover, and again a kick out.
Look at the agility of Phantasmo. Let's not look away from that either. That is one talented guy.
HD Drake is reeling here. Phantasmo feeling the energy of this crowd in the BEC arena. Inverted atomic drop though from Phantasmo as Drake ran in to try and take him out. It's chops, and again Drake in trouble.
He's in more trouble now.
A regular atomic drop and a clothesline over the top.
See Drake.
Phantasmo looking to launch, and he does! Right into Drake and right into the front of that crowd barrier. Here comes El Phantasmo going where he's most at home, to the top
I'll be
floor.
doing...
El Phantasmo with the splash. The cover and the... kick out.
See, look, I'm happy to call a spade a spade. HD Drake is a durable, he's a tough professional wrestler, he's a tough guy. You can't just kick out of that on a whim. But while I will give him the respect that he deserves, he doesn't give me any respect, and that's why, when all is said and done, we'll see you stand.
07, definitely 07, mate.
I've done it before, I'll do it again. And this time there won't be no controversy or anything like that. It'll be cut and dry.
He told everyone that will listen that it was
yeah, definitely 07, I think.
You know that, you've heard him. German suplex from Drake.
Well, we'll see who's
and there is what you would be facing. Oh, God. Shining Wizard from HD Drake. Kick out.
I don't take him lightly, but I know I can beat him.
Okay.
I know I can kick his ass. It's personal now, Dave.
Double underhook into that throw from Drake. Drake gonna pick up Phantasmo. Rolls over, no weighted motion into the cover. Gonna get enough body weight maybe onto the chest of Phantasmo. Left shoulder off
we'll
the
just
canvas.
see how we do then, kind of thing. Don't make it. We won't make it an actual competition, but I'd like to see how well you do running Raw.
Mark my words, Dave.
I feel like if it's a competition, then it's kind of hard to fix because obviously the game has a draft.
Just so I can get back in and show HD Drake he's made a massive
Yeah, I'd like to do that, Alex. Yeah, definitely. I don't know when I'm going to be free because I have a few games coming out. But probably early September, mid-September, I might be looking at doing it. Because tomorrow I've got a new game to do.
Maybe about to do the very thing that you want to do, which is to defeat Drake. Here in Defiant.
Right now, if I can't do it myself, I'm happy to see somebody else do it. Oh, look at this.
Drake pushed the referee.
That sums him up again. This is what he does. He cuts corners all the time.
Cheap shot, a shortcut.
Of course it's a cheap shot.
Drake.
It sums him up entirely. What is he doing now?
Well, now what is this?
Maybe.
Drake is looking under the ring for something.
Yeah, can you tell me what they were, Jack? I haven't seen
Hang
them.
on a second. So Simon Miller has left his commentary position. Drake has a pipe. Oh my God. This is a face-off here between Miller and Drake. Miller needs to be careful. Drake will certainly have no scruples whatsoever about going after that right
By the
shoulder.
way, Alex, is Simon actually hurt, or is this part of the storyline?
Miller is arguing with the referee here. El Phantasmo's wondering what all the commotion's about. Oh, God, hang on! Oh, my! Oh, God, Drake! Drake just hit Phantasmo. I think Drake
get that, Ross.
I think Drake had a...
But if I was you, I'd bury your content a slightly.
The cover and Drake's won it!
Damn.
Here is your winner, HD Drake.
I think that's one of the spare turnbuckles that's
kept
under the ring.
Yeah, Ross, if I was you, slightly vary content, you don't want to just do one set of content, you want content lock yourself.
Gave Drake an opportunity to strike out Phantasmo and steal a victory here.
My opinion and my thought, to be fair.
Simon Miller has vowed revenge
Yeah,
it's HD Drake. But inadvertently, he's been an accessory to his victory tonight at Stacked.
Oh, good, Ross. Well, at least if you've got different content you can go to.
Last time I was here was ripping up canvases and tearing down all the nice new banners that they bought and stuff like that. So it's a little bit awkward backstage, I won't lie. But hopefully we can move on. Let's be professional.
As people know, Lycos picked up another injury,
Can
a new
you
injury,
be
while
mod?
wrestling in the States recently, suffered a severely
The only
broken
problem
collarbone,
with that
which,
is, Alex,
not a
I've
clean
kind of
break.
promised other
It's gonna be
people
out for a
first
long
that they
time.
could be mod.
And while it's disappointing, while it's devastating,
It puts me in an awkward position, whereas if I make you mod, then they're going to get
while it's
annoyed and be
devastating
like, why
and it's
did you make
disappointing,
him mod?
if his previous time injured taught me anything about myself, it was that I'm
Oh,
more than
damn, I
capable
like Rhino.
for a singles opportunity. I did some pretty impressive things on my own, and I'm obviously gutted for him and gutted for us as a team, but in terms of me as an individual singles competitor, I'm optimistic and looking forward to the opportunities that are coming my way.
Yeah, that's my problem, Alex. I promised other people months ago at the same time, like
Well, this could be
GSD and
quite the
Trigger.
barn burner here. Another one contenders match.
It kind of puts me in
for
a
the
very
internet
awkward
title.
position, mate.
It is
Because I
now
don't want to
time
annoy
for the
people.
Internet title #1 contenders match. This is a singles bout set for 1 fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit.
No, Mike
Introducing
hasn't. I like
first,
Mike Canellis,
hailing
but
from
what's
the
annoying
Liverpool
me.
side and winning
I really
at
do like Mike
189 pounds, Chris Ridgway.
Are you talking about Chris Ridgway, who's just come out on me?
The end of last year, when he was here in interesting circumstances, but that's water under the bridge in any case. Ridgway now looking to make himself in pole position for the internet title.
Well, we've seen Chris Ridgway before, as you said, Bradshaw. Again, under very, I'm not going to say different circumstances, terrifying circumstances.
Oh, come on, don't play that card, Alex.
His opponent from
Don't
Tipton, West
play that
Midlands, winning tonight, 187 pounds, Chris
Ghost is
Brooks.
watching you.
Chris Brooks, of course, part of CCK, who was scheduled to go 2-on-2 against Mark
You know what, I'm going to
Haskins
put Ghost on
and Jimmy
display
Havoc
tonight.
for the #1
Let's go,
contendership
Steve.
tag team titles tonight at Stacked. Unfortunately, Chris Brooks' partner Kid Lycos suffering an injury. We wish Kid Lycos a speedy recovery, but in the meantime, Brooks has transitioned into singles competition and has his eyes set on the internet title.
Well, if you remember, to your point, Bradshaw, it was back at Built to Destroy that Chris Brooks and Kid Lycos, they ran Aussie Open so close. So close. This man could have
You're
been a
on the
tag team
list,
champion.
Alex, okay?
As you
You're in
say,
the
he
top
has his
3,
eyes
so
on
when I
some
look to
singles
get more
prizes
mods,
here in
you will
Defiant
become one,
Wrestling.
okay?
His first obstacle is Chris
Two
Ridgway.
people that are guaranteed to
Haskins
become
and Havoc,
mods
by the way, will still have
when I hit my next
contendership
goal.
match for Aussie Open's tag title
Or maybe
later
goal
on.
after
Now going to
that.
be against Alphabad, making their Defiant debuts. But right now, it's all about the internet title.
Chris Ridgway is someone speaking
Damn,
of singles competition.
You're on there. You literally will become a mod very soon, Alex. Don't worry.
Mr. Primate for the Defiant Hardcore title. So this man, he's no stranger to competitive situations. And trust me, this
Maybe
is
not all in, but still, we're watching all in.
Ridgway, but Brooks is as well, and you can see
All in this Saturday, isn't it?
Brooks very well versed.
Does anyone know what time all in starts on
wrestling
Saturday?
here.
Oh shit, we can't watch World of Sport Saturday
tied
because
up
we have
into a bow and
fucking
arrow.
all in to
Oh,
watch.
Ridgway, there's a surprise from Ridgway into the lateral press. Brooks, I think, a little frustrated. That didn't go to plan.
Explosive speed, such a crucial
Sunday 1
component
a.m.
of Ridgway's
Sound.
arsenal. We saw it there.
People describe him as smash mouth. Chris Ridgway, and very accurately describes his offensive style. Ridgway, very dangerous. God, trying to think armbar already.
Look at the mat skills, the acumen, technical acumen of Ridgway. Oh, just
applying the half grab as well.
Wrenching that leg. Excruciating pain for Chris Brooks.
Don't forget that left arm is still tied up there. As kind of a cloverleaf position for the legs from Ridgway.
Brooks is trying to get to the ropes. Brooks the taller of the two men. A real danger for Ridgway is that Brooks might make the ropes, and that's what he does. Ridgway took his attention off the legs to focus on the arm, and it was the legs that Brooks used to reach that bottom rope.
Yeah, the challenge for Ridgway is going to be locking on one of those many submission
No,
holds
it's 12
in his
a.m., mate.
moveset in the centre of the ring, and that is so important.
Hey,
because,
Chairman.
as you say, Brooks with those long legs, he can almost reach the ropes from any position.
Yeah, I've just looked. It says
As it is that
12 a.m.
Kid Lycos, I was absolutely intrigued when this replacement
12
match
a.m.
was announced
on
between
Saturday, so
Ridgway
basically
and
it's
Brooks,
just
who,
turning Sunday morning.
I think a very, very well matched. Both of them have a very solid mixed martial arts background.
They certainly do, and now we're seeing some of Brooks' technical skills.
Brooks, of course, as you'd expect, is better known for his tag team work, perhaps. Looking to prove a point here.
Can you share Fight TV live streams, Alex?
And subsequently, the cover. Brooks hoping if he can win this, of course, to prove another point on October 11th. Next time we're with you at Fight or Flight.
I'm watching Defiant Wrestling Stacked 2018, which is their latest iPay-per-view, mate. From Defiant Wrestling, who's also known as What Culture on YouTube.
Well, that's like pick your poison right there. The aerial
They used to be called
Austria.
WCPW.
Osprey or Walter.
That's why I'm wearing that
Both these
t-shirt.
men, they can't focus on that right now. Yes, that is
Okay,
an ultimate
fine,
goal
Rob,
to get
Sal.
to Fight
Let
or
me
Flight.
know what it
But
is when
right
you do
now,
it. I'll
Brooks and
see it.
Ridgway, they know they're in for a hell of a match against each other.
Any of those permutations, either of these two against either of those two for the internet title, mouth-watering.
Yeah, you're talking dream match scenario right there. We're going to see one later on with Osprey and Walter. But I would love to see, for example, how Brooks would
Yeah,
match up against the
it's
strength of
definitely
Walter,
different,
how
mate.
Ridgway
You
would
got
go up against the speed and
James
agility
L.
of
Kennedy
Osprey.
and
so many different potential combinations there.
Dave Bradley.
After that exchange, the chop finally
Dave
takes
Bradshaw?
Ridgway down.
Dave Bradshaw on commentary.
And
It's a good commentary team, actually.
Ridgway up. Dictating the pace here at the moment is Brooks, and up on the ring apron. There's the right arm. Oh God, Ridgway with a kick to the side of the head of Brooks. Brooks in danger on the apron. Ridgway slides underneath. He's going to try for a powerbomb. Oh God, that's a dangerous place to be with that crowd barrier there. Ridgway. Oh, well, that's one way out.
Well, that's got to be a broken nose at least for Ridgway. Brooks stomped right down hard on his face.
And wrenching the leg as well as Brooks after that use of the ring apron, as you say.
It was very clever, you have to give him that.
Also pretty violent. Oh, Brooks not prepared to, well, not afraid rather, to take the aggression up a notch if he needs to, and he's going to have to here. But Ridgway may have damaged his left leg.
Yeah, there's no timeouts in pro wrestling, and I think that Chris Ridgway, as he falls to the arena floor to check on that knee, I think he could be doing with a little breather. He's not going to get one.
Ridgway, proud Liverpudlian.
Obviously thinks that leg's good enough, otherwise he would have used the full extent of Linsky, referee Steve Linsky's 10 count there.
See Brooks clearly noting that that damage has been done, applying a half crab to that left leg, putting pressure onto the lower back as well, of course. You see Brooks sitting right back on Ridgway here.
Yeah, there's a target on that leg. So don't be surprised if Brooks focuses on that for the rest of this match.
Ridgway sees that, or rather Brooks sees that Ridgway is trying to get to the ropes and changes plans here. What is almost a Muda lock there. He would have the bridge on the neck, but in any case, they are up to their feet. Ridgway trying to twist the fingers of Brooks. Here come those kicks, the martial arts style kicks from Ridgway.
Serious power between each one.
Brooks takes him down.
It's that leg again, and that's going to be troublesome for Ridgway the longer this match progresses.
Brooks, absolutely relentless with his focus, laser-like on that left leg. Again, trying to twist and contort that damaged leg into whatever unnatural position he can to inflict maximum damage. He's got the elbow that he's driving into the right leg as well.
Chris Ridgway, as I said earlier on, Bradshaw, well, just gets to the ropes. I'm surprised by that because I thought Brooks had him in the ideal position, clutched right in the middle of the ring. Great resilience.
Nice, I like it.
Ridgway is just doing all he can to fight off Brooks from a horizontal position. At least he was. Somehow he got back to his feet. Brooks was being a little cocky there, perhaps. Ridgway, oh, got to look at these strikes from Ridgway. And Brooks takes down the leg.
But now Brooks has pain in his left leg.
He may only have two good legs between them. The kicks again from Ridgway. Again and again and again and again on Brooks. My God.
The precision behind those kicks is quite phenomenal, you have to say.
How many kicks was that in a row from Ridgway?
Lost count.
Ridgway sends Brooks to the ropes. Oh my. Big kick from Ridgway to Brooks. And Ridgway apparently with the upper hand, but
yeah, he's still feeling that leg.
Yeah, that's the big question mark here still, is how much damage has been done to that left leg.
Say this for Ridgway though, that flurry of offense did buy him some time to get some blood back into that limb.
Yeah, but notice though, it's still Brooks who's up to his feet first. Ridgway still unable to put much weight on that leg and brings Brooks into the...
Oh, that's it.
Into the middle of the ring from the corner, I should say. It's a slap to the leg.
I don't think Ridgway was expecting. I don't think Brooks was expecting that either.
There's the overhead kick going for a German suplex. Is Ridgway. Brooks.
That is it. I have just purchased All In. So on Saturday night, we will be All In.
With the bridge, the cover, and a 2 count. Holds on though, does Ridgway. He'll go for a second German.
Okay, sounds out. See you later, mate.
And he's still not done.
Yeah, the shoulder's not quite down there. As you say, Ridgway going for another one.
Ridgway trying to do what Brooks rather has been doing to him, I should say. Again, the damage to the left leg of Brooks is now a question mark as well. He gets to the bottom rope and Ridgway going to have to break this, which he does after a count of 3.
Know what happened there though, Bradshaw? Ridgway did have Brooks right in the middle of the ring again, and somehow Brooks managed to reach the ropes. That was the ideal position. That was perfect from Ridgway. You can't flaw his technique.
Somewhere back in the locker room, you've got to assume that both Walter and Will Ospreay are watching this with interest. One of them, as we said, will compete against the winner of this match for the Internet title at Fight or Flight, October 11th. Hang on a second, Brooks with Ridgway. Oh, it was on his shoulders. Look at the impact. Follows it up with the kick to the side of the head. And Ridgway, I don't know whether
that was who's Kenny Omega facing?
Away from Brooks and buy himself a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that Brooks managed to get everything behind that kick. It was almost a glance to the side of Ridgway's head.
Ridgway in the corner, Brooks will charge in. Maybe gave him too long to think about it, and seems to be the case, but Ridgway goes face first into the turnbuckle. Brooks will launch himself. Oh, the cutter from the apron. The cover. Brooks sits down on the chest. Oh no. Into a leg bar. Look at that leg lock. The leg lock applied.
Ridgway fighting, desperately clawing, trying to get Chris Brooks off his body and find his way to the ropes.
In fact, he's got actually it's kind of a variation on the ankle. Can you see what he's oh God, he's contorting the ankle. My God. He's got a fingertip just.
Well, that was vital. That was vital because I'm not sure Chris Ridgway could have withstood much more of that punishment.
Trying to incapacitate that damaged left leg and force the submission was Chris Brooks. A split crowd here in Manchester. Chops from Brooks. These two have gone to town on each other here. A #1 contendership for the Internet title on the line. Oh! The back of the head of Chris Brooks bounces into the turnbuckle. Oh, the heel into the skull. Brooks has got to be out. He's got to be out. He's not.
Nothing wrong with the legs now. Ridgway getting a second wind.
The PK from Ridgway and another kick out from Brooks. Goodness me. How did Brooks kick out of either of those pins?
I'm not sure, and I don't think Chris Ridgway can tell you.
Ridgeway, the adrenaline flowing around his body, apparently is finding some kind of power in that left leg, but you see he's still not holding it quite as he would like.
It's definitely affecting him, no doubt about it. Affecting the speed. Oh, just that hesitation there cost him.
Senton splash. Bent over Ridgeway right into the lower back. Brooks. Oh, twisting neck breaker from the hangman position by Brooks. He's got a double underhook. Drops him into the pile driver. My God, the head of Ridgeway bounced off the canvas and he's still kicked out.
What is it going to take? That's the question Chris Brooks is asking the referee. He must be asking himself, what do I have to do to put Ridgeway away and become the #1 contender for the Internet Championship?
Well, whoever walks out of here with that distinction will have earned it and then some.
You ain't kidding.
Hello, Super Chasney. How you doing, mate? Is everything good with you? Have you heard any more?
Pretty quickly because Brooks is looming over him menacingly.
Yeah, he's right for the pickings, or maybe not.
Slaps from Ridgeway, follows it up with a kick. One of the hardest strikers in British wrestling is Ridgeway. That's why they call him Smash Mouth.
I'm glad to hear it, mate.
Back and forth. Brooks is trying to fight back with those chops. The kick with the knee, right into the jaw.
Forget about it.
Ridgeway has gone limp. Brooks is trying to frame, but they got countered. Countered by Ridgeway.
Oh, I hope you get some good news, Super Chasney.
Back with their feet again.
Ridgeway.
I also have just one question to you, Super Chasney. On Saturday, are you going to be all in?
He tapped. Brooks had the tap. Ridgeway's the #1 contender. What a match.
Here is your winner, and now #1 contender to the Defiant Wrestling Internet Championship, Chris Ridgeway.
The pendulum swung back and forth between Ridgeway and Brooks.
No.
Here at Stacked, but when it was all said and done,
No, I meant, are you going to be here for the live stream, mate?
Ridgeway, who is the #1 contender for the Internet Championship.
Well, now Chris Ridgeway can grab himself a brewski, sit back and watch.
Man, are you going to be here for the live stream? Not, so if you do want to watch it, I'll just let you use my 5 app.
Knowing full well that he will be the next in line for a shot at that internet goal.
Whoever wins our
I hope
main
you do,
event
Super Chasney.
tonight will defend the Internet
Guess who made
title
a massive
on
return
Final
today?
Fight, October 11th against Chris Ridgeway.
Whoa. Give me 1 second, Mildred. Just make sure it's all
Get that
taken.
on there, yeah.
Safety first, bro.
Exactly.
Okay, so first things first, when
Alex.
you introduce
Alex was there
a team
today.
like myself and Big Yes.
Yeah, I just saw him, mate. It looks really good.
Surely you've seen who we are. Let's be brutally honest.
Okay, why don't you give her a demonstration on how it should be done?
Perfect. This is how your job should be done.
Okay.
You can be me. No, actually.
No. You stay
Nowhere
there.
near as attractive.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is how it should be done. Introducing none other than
Oh, no, yeah, they were trending today.
Superbad Kip Sabian and his best friend and tag team partner, the alpha male Yestin Reese. That's how it should be done. Do you want to give it a try, real quick?
With the whole...
Yeah, just give it a go.
Introducing...
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible. Let's just get to the question.
Let's make this a lot easier. If you just step out for a second. Just out. That's much better.
That's much better.
Now, this may be the first time that you're seeing Superbad Kip Sabian and Yestin Reese in Defiant, but let's be brutally honest here. You know who we are. We are the best team in the country at the moment. And here in Defiant, this might be our debut, but we're not here to mess around.
Nope.
Oh, no.
We go straight in, #1 contenders match, beat Havoc and Haskins, and then, match 2, obviously, we become the tag team champions.
Exactly. So, we've just given you a little bit of a taste of
Super Chasney, by the way, I have a
But let's be
question for
brutally
you.
honest. There is no
If you're still
way
here.
on earth that me and Big Yest, we ain't going to end up with those tag team belts. We are the best team. Alpha Bad is here, and Alpha Bad is here to stay. See, that's how your job should have been done. You get
Boom,
it?
just like that.
I might be getting a Nintendo Switch soon. Minus the obvious games that are popular, what games would you recommend for it? Because obviously I'll be getting Zelda and Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart.
Here comes the
The
boss.
obvious games, and Pokemon obviously, if I do get it. What more other different games would you recommend for the Switch?
You're lucky you can't write, or you'd have had your P45 by now. Oh, come on. Mr. Primate, our general manager.
Obviously, they are
apparently
the quintessential
looking to
Switch
address the
games.
crowd.
The game one.
Here it's that. That's twice he's done that to me. Twice. He can't count, but I can, and that's 2 times. Here's your line manager. Maybe he's trying to send you a message about your performance. That shut you up.
I'm always speechless when Mr. Primate's in the house.
Hello!
Exactly, mate, exactly.
How all feeling? Enjoying the show? Excellent. So,
I'm glad. So if I do get it, that's what I'll be getting. I assume are you getting Pokemon Let's Go?
oh yes,
He's going good.
all the great titans tonight. So, since my injury and how, yes, and taking a step back.
I can't wait for that. I've seen what it looks like. It
That's
does
it,
look
it's done.
really good.
But the lovely guys at Defiant let me do this cracking job. Quick question.
Of course, who wants Eevee?
How am I
Eevee's so
doing?
shit.
Thanks very much. I love you too. So, being the given GM and loving the job, I feel I wanted to do something a little bit different. So what I did, what some American indie club or promotion, whatever they are, don't do, is I listened to me fans. So I went out to you and I said, hey, Timmy from Sheffield, who's 7, what do you think I should do? And hey, Audrey, so I said, Audrey from Coronation Street, what do you think I should do? And people give us some fantastic feedback, I've got to be honest. Some great ideas.
I might get
Some are pretty
2K18
terrible,
on it.
but
I
some
heard it's
fantastic ideas.
amazing.
So what I decided to do was bring something back. Something like this.
Nice. Oh my god, Loaded is coming back.
Loaded! It's coming back!
Yeah, because it's so shit, nobody wants it. It was by far the worst Switch game they've ever
Oh
released.
yes! Loaded is coming back! It's coming back in December. It's going to go out weekly on YouTube. And guess what? It's going to be free!
Yes, Loaded is back.
Now, before you all blow a gasket, what you need to do is ensure you keep subscribing, go on the on-demand channel, pay with some pennies, because without your pennies, we can't give you stuff for free. If you don't get stuff for free, well, whatever. Just make sure you go on and you subscribe, and let's make Loaded as massive as it used to be and as will be in the future. Yeah!
That's a good announcement.
Thank you, Primate.
That is absolutely enormous news.
Well, he just said it wasn't his bloody
You're
idea.
welcome, and I know you mean that as well. So, on to some more.
I don't know where he's just gone.
Got to be serious every now and again, guys. It's a serious gig, this. I'm the man at the top here. I've got hard decisions to make. And with hard decisions, brings on to the next point very, very, very easily. So, Rampage. I know we were scheduled originally for...
Oh, I don't know. I think he's talking a little pad soon on his PlayStation.
Rampage suffered a serious injury, which he's rehabilitating at home, and he's speaking to the doctors daily to make sure he can eventually come back to the ring, but everything's up in the air, essentially. All right? Now, I've got to be honest. I had a decision to make, and that was, do I take the title away from Rampage?
That would be heartbreaking.
And it's a hard decision because I personally...
I said he's
have
probably
no
on his
respect for the
PlayStation
guy.
talking to little
He
Patsy.
trained me. He's, without doubt, the best champion Defiant's ever had. Yes. And to be completely honest with you, he's a legend of wrestling, not just in the UK, but around the world as well. Louder.
No argument.
So that being said, no, I will not take that title away from Rampage unless he is pinned in this canvas and then he loses the title that way. So Rampage will remain the Defiant Wrestling Champion. Yes. Yes, he will. But...
Whoa, why don't you hold your horses there, partner?
Oh, God.
This is getting ridiculous, Jay. See, this is really starting to grind my gears. This is really starting to piss me off.
Why's he got the title? You go and tell him to get rid of it.
Why's he got this title?
Gabriel Kidd seemingly does what he wants here in Defiant.
You see, before I come out here to do what I intend to do, I'm going to do my best efforts to drown out the horrible cries of all these northern, dirty little soy boys who come to these shows with no other intention than to try and get a laugh out of their mates and to chant, "This is awesome." I'm going to drown them out. Me and you can chant all you want, I'm going to relay my message. Me and you have a bit of a history, Jay. We don't like each other. Everybody knows that. I've sworn at you before, I've shouted at you before, but I'm not out here to do that today. I'm out here to talk to you, man to man. I'm asking you, Jay, I'm asking you now to do the right thing. You know Rampage can't compete. They know Rampage can't compete. And I, of all people, know Rampage can't compete, but I'm asking you to do the right thing. You're not going to give me this belt. I took it.
Why I'm getting
I'm
switched? Because
asking
I
you
just
now
know there's some really good
to
games to play on it,
officially
and when, I don't know,
make me
I've got a bid on one for
Defiant
really cheap at the minute.
Wrestling
It's,
champion.
current bid is £180 for a without box, but it's got the cables to cradle and the switch itself, so if I can get it for like 180 quid, it's a bargain.
I kind of assumed you were going to say that, and it kind of reminds me of an old wrestler. You know, do you know who I feel like, Jay? I kind of feel like the hitman in this situation. I kind of feel like I am the best fucking wrestler in this corporation, yet the people at the top are holding me down to no end. And that's not just you. That is Specky Four Eyes and Fat Dragon over at the sound desk. So a message that I have for the both of you is this. And the message I have for you is this. We all know the reason you're not going to give me this belt. We all know the real reason you're not going to give me this belt is because your whole career, from the moment you stepped in a wrestling ring, you idolized Rampage Brown. You wanted to be our Rampage Brown. But you know, with your situation, you are never going to get the opportunity to ever even be a quarter about as good as he is. You are never going to get that chance.
Disrespect is incredible.
I can see it, Jane. That moment, I saw it. I saw, I'm going to put this down. You want to punch me, don't you? You want to hit me. All these people want to see it. You want to punch me straight in the jaw, don't you, Jay? I'm really pissing you off. I'm really grinding your gears. You want to punch me? Well, go on then. Go on then, punch me. I dare you. Oh, you take another step and I'll crack your jaw. so hard that your girlfriend won't be your girlfriend anymore. She will be your carer because she'll have to feed you soup 3 times a day because you can't move your jaw. Jay, you know it, I know it. Just do the right thing, be a man. Come on. Come on. Go on, Jay.
What's going on?
What's happening?
It's Sting! Oh, I wish.
Ooh, I'm really scared. Oh, what a shame. You see, that's another one, isn't it? You're trying to screw me. Defiant is screwing Gabriel Kidd. You're trying to screw me, Jay. Well, guess what? That just failed, just like your wrestling career did.
Oh, the lights are out again.
I don't know what is going on here.
Come on, turn the lights back on. What's really going to happen? Huh? Go on, Jay.
Oh my God! Oh
What's
God!
happening here? What's going on? What, you really think I'm...
Look at this Rory Coyle! Oh, what was that? It's an arm! Good God! Well, he wasn't kidding about being a sick boy. Rory Coyle! He said he's got that VHS videotape we saw in that bizarre vignette, I guess you'd call it. Gabriel Kidd doesn't know what's happening. Oh! Gabriel Kidd has been taken out of that videotape. What the hell is going on here? And look! Oh, Primate! Primate gave Kidd what he deserved!
You see, Kid? What you doing in the stand is I was the sickest man that's ever been on this roster. It could be the sickest man. What I do have is sick friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rory Coyle.
Rory Coyle said he wanted to make a videotape of himself taking out the top stars in Defiant. He was going to call it The Rise of the Sick Boy.
And listen to this. Manchester chanting Rory, Rory, Rory.
Well, can you blame them? Anyone who helped to give Gabriel Kidd the beatdown he deserved after those horrendous words to our general manager was going to get the applause of this crowd. But Rory Coyle is here in Defiant, and everyone in the locker room better stand up and take notice.
You know, I'm ready. I'm ready today, because today finally it happens. Havoc and Haskins versus CCK, and I am pumped. I can't wait to get in a ring with these two schmucks and beat the piss out of them all over what? What?
They pulled out, mate. Lycos is injured.
What?
Yeah,
Again?
it's not. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know. I was going to batter him, but he's got injured.
Well, are we still wrestling?
I think so. Yeah, Yeston and Kip Sabian.
Yeston and Kip?
Alpha Bad. Yeah, they're on TV.
I know them. Yeah.
TV guys.
Oh,
yeah, it's
cool.
cool.
Okay.
Neither of us are. Neither of us are on TV.
No, bad times. Bad times. But at least we're still.
Yeah, exactly. We're still the same. And tonight we're going to be #1 contenders. After we beat those two TV stars.
Is it for #1 contenders?
Yeah.
Oh, stick. So tonight we become the #1 contenders to the Defiant Tag Team Championships. The match changes. The result stays the same. How was that? Was that?
That's good. We could work on a catchphrase, but I think that's all right. Come on, let's go. Beer?
Yeah.
Momentarily, we are going to decide the #1 contendership for the Defiant Tag Team titles, and these two looking to get into that fortunate position on their very first night here in Defiant.
It is now time for the tag team title #1 contenders match. This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, total combined weight 491 pounds. This is the team of Superbad Kip Sabian and the alpha male Yestin Reese. Alpha Bad!
Well, Kip Sabian and Yestin Reese have been gaining quite a reputation for themselves. You may have seen they've been featured heavily on WRS Wrestling on ITV Saturday nights at the moment, where they are into the finals of that tag team championship tournament. And they have 2 tag team championships to speak of. If they can claim the #1 contendership here and go on to defeat Aussie Open.
Well, you see, it's not hard to tell with Alpha Bad who's the muscle and who is the mouth. Big Yestin Reese, he's one hell of an athlete, and look at this Superbad Kip Sabian. What a package this pair are, what a collective. They could be future. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I don't know if they quite understand what they have signed up for here. Two very unwell men, is what I was going to say.
Well, you said it.
Here's the first of them.
Their opponents, total combined weight 378 pounds. Introducing first, Mark Haskins.
Well, if we sound a little nervous when we're talking about Mark Haskins, it's because both of us have some fairly traumatic history with him. He's very, very unpredictable, and he doesn't mind who he attacks. Let's put it that way.
No, one of life's great overachievers, Mark Haskins. A bit of a pit bull, if you like. Super dangerous. And has some hefty backup here in Manchester.
You used the word dangerous. There has never been a man, perhaps in human history, for whom that adjective is more appropriate than this man.
Introducing his tag team partner, he's the current Defiant Wrestling Hardcore Champion and the King of the Goths, Jimmy Hava!
If there's one thing you don't want to do to someone who's deeply disturbed, it's to annoy them. And to say that Mark Haskins and Jimmy Havoc are annoyed that they have lost the tag team titles is something of an understatement.
Yeah, and Haskins and Havoc may just take it out on Yestin Reese and Kip Sabian here tonight. Look, here's what I'm talking about. Look at this, Kip Sabian throwing verbal bombs over the back of Reese. That's no accident, by the way.
Sabian's like that kid in the playground who says what he likes, but he knows he's got a big mate who can back him up.
Well, he's good at so many things, I hear. He's even quite the video gamer. He's very good at games like Super Mario Kart, Bradshaw. You know a thing or two about that. You've spent a lot of time frittering your life away playing silly video games.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, because when Haskins and Havoc are out here, I kind of lose my composure a little.
Just babbling. Well, Jimmy Havoc throwing the hardcore title, which of course he still holds, over to us here. That was violent.
Well, everything this man does is violent, Bradshaw.
Jimmy Havoc and Mark Haskins, the men who Aussie Open defeated for the tag team titles, and the referee demanding that Haskins and Havoc prove they don't have anything hidden in their knee pads or about their persons, because, let's face it, wouldn't put it past them.
They've been known to have a trick or two up their sleeve, or in their knee pads, or in their boot. Anywhere, the referee must be very conscientious and check every part of them here, just in case. But look over the other side of the ring. Reese and Sabian, they don't look fussed by this. They're very, very composed, very happy to be here in Defiant Wrestling. They're making a splash all over the pro wrestling world. They may well just make a bigger splash here in Defiant.
The fact that they don't look fussed, as you say, I think is their first mistake. Listen to this. A lot of support here for Havoc, partly because, quite honestly, Kip Sabian is so obnoxious. No other word for it.
nothing wrong with a bit of self-confidence.
Hang on a second. Sabian insisting that Yestin Reese give him earmuffs.
Well, who wants to listen to these filthy idiots here in Manchester anyway? There's a little kiss for good measure from Yestin Reese.
Here's the thing with Alpha Bad, as they call themselves, Kip Sabian and Yestin Reese. As I said, they've been getting quite a lot of notoriety, quite a lot of fame. They're on national television every Saturday night. And I think all this attention they're getting, all this kind of people stopping them in the street for autographs, has led them to what I believe is the mistaken belief that they are invincible.
Well, what good is all the fame if you don't make the most of it? If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. And if there's one thing you can say about Kip Sabian, he damn sure believes in himself.
Sabian goes to the ropes here and picks him up with a hip toss. Very quickly here, Sabian is going to learn that Defiant Wrestling isn't just showbiz as he might have hoped. A very competitive tag team tournament over in WRS Wrestling, as we said. We know that Alpha Bad are in the finals of that, so for all of his bravado, Sabian certainly is talented.
I think Jimmy Havoc, he wants a drink to win, doesn't he?
Havoc is going to the crowd for a beverage.
I think the last time this man was sober, he was still in primary school.
Haskins isn't particularly pleased that Havoc is taking a refreshment break here.
Oh, hey, Jess, you know I haven't
Haskins in there now against Sabian.
Well, I want to see Haskins against Yestin Reese. What a matchup combination that would be. Power versus speed.
They're two men who know each other pretty well. At least they did earlier in their careers. I'm not sure that Yestin Reese is quite aware of the dangerous and unhinged man that Mark Haskins has become later on in his career here.
One thing that Kip Sabian knows, above all else, no matter how much punishment he takes in this match, look who is standing on that ring apron. Look at that mountain of muscle waiting to enter the fray. That must give Sabian such confidence.
He won't be able to make the tag though if Haskins and Havoc have ripped his arms off, which is what they'd quite like to do.
They don't give them any ideas, Bradshaw. Not that they need it.
There is nothing that Haskins and Havoc would like more, as the I hope they don't mind me saying, somewhat social misfits that they are, than to
no.
wipe the smile off the face. Someone as smug as Kip Sabian.
Well, look at this. This is the technical wrestling arsenal that a lot of people don't think Mark Haskins has, or they forget about it. He has it in abundance.
Sabian gets to the bottom rope despite the attempts of Havoc to pull that rope further away.
Not really close.
Havoc's bringing his beer into the ring with him.
Dan, a lot of stuff is bad for us in real life.
I think
what are you going to do?
As he takes another swig of his drink, looking for the double team here with Haskins. He's building up a head of steam and a drop kick into that carefully conditioned face of Kip Sabian.
Some people say to mix business with pleasure. Havoc is spitting in the face of that remark.
Havoc might enjoy a beer, but I promise you there's nothing he takes more pleasure from than beating up other human beings, and that is what he is doing here to Kip Sabian. Now another tag to Haskins. And the former tag team champions, who I will make the favourites here to win this, are showing exactly why they are the favourites.
Well, this is dangerous for Alpha Bad. Kip Sabian right where he doesn't want to be. The ring's cut off. Haskins and Havoc trading shots, taking turns to add to the woe, the misery of Kip Sabian.
What would this do to Alpha Bad? Wouldn't it burst the bubble? They think they are so unbeatable if they were to lose here to Haskins and Havoc. Haskins continuing to dominate here in this exchange against Sabian. Yestin Reese still hasn't been in this match.
No, he hasn't, and that's problematic for Alpha Bad. They need to get that big rhino in there.
Maybe the goal. That might be the chance they need, because Yestin Reese with the cheap shot on Haskins.
Now look at this outside the ring, the big man going to work. Oh!
Havoc's trying to remonstrate here with the referee, but Sabian going to take advantage of the assist there from Reese. Haskins and Reese renewing their up and down relationship.
And this is not where Mark Haskins wants to be. Sitting down in the corner of Alpha Bag with big Yeston Reese and he's picking his spots.
A completely fresh Yeston Reese as well.
Blue chip prospect if there ever was one.
And now the rapid tags as Reese quickly tags Sabian back in. I'm not sure if that's a mistake. Sabian could have done with a little bit more time to recover. Alpha Bad gaining in confidence. And here's another tag. Now they've got Haskins cut off in their own corner. Oh, into the ropes and elbow. Back from the 6'6" Yeston Reese.
That was pinpoint right to the spine of Mark Haskins, who's in serious trouble. Must get to Jimmy Havoc.
Yeston Reese calls himself the alpha male. He has excelled at everything he has ever competed in. Very successful basketball player, rugby, football, you name it. Yeston Reese has been at the top of his sport. And pro wrestling, of course, above all else.
Yeah. Never mind basketball. Look at this. Almost a three-pointer there from Kip Sabian.
Sabian getting in the face of Haskins. And that is, got to think, part of a strategy. Well, I'd like to think it's part of a strategy from Sabian to be so irritating that you force your opponent to make a mistake, but no mistake there from Haskins with the kick.
Now Haskins scrambling
I'm playing Pokemon.
to his partner, who's still enjoying a little beverage on the ring apron.
Jimmy Havoc.
And you, Alex, why didn't you tell me Logan's coming back?
And that has done Mark Haskins
I'm
no
watching.
favours whatsoever because Yeston
We've
Reese
got
tagged back
Haskins and some other dude versus Alpha Bad. I
Havoc
forgot what the other guy's name is.
refusing to make the tag until he finishes his drink.
Haskins is getting his ass.
As well as not a pint can. Oh, it's done now.
Fair enough. I can't believe it. No.
I don't know how Mark Haskins is feeling about this somewhat lackadaisical
Havoc and
attitude
Haskins, sorry.
from his tag team partner.
Yeah, I can't believe Loaded is coming back December.
Looking for a tag. The problem
Cannot
is,
wait.
big Yeston Reese has Haskins in a bear hug.
Haskins elbows his way through, at least temporarily, but Yeston Reese so powerful. With a bit of sign language to Jimmy Havoc. And Haskins rolls out and tags in Havoc. Jimmy Havoc. Pent-up rage from on the apron. I say that, he was pretty relaxed for a while, but...
Look at this, Yeston Reese almost not budging from these strikes.
Oh, he's such a heel. I love it.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Reese takes out Havoc with one strike. Havoc finally looked like he was in the zone here in this tag team match after finishing his drink, but Reese has quickly cut him off. Havoc, those chops to the inner thighs of Yeston Reese, getting back to his feet. Reese backed into his own corner. Sabian is nowhere to be seen. He's been knocked down.
Oh, wait a minute, no.
Oh, no. Havoc has we've seen this before.
Oh, the referee's not going to allow it. Quite right.
Yeah, Havoc with an 8x10, a signed photograph.
Oh!
He wasn't looking to give Yeston Reese an autograph. Anyway, Sabian is back in. Referee is distracted here.
Oh, it's been a fairly decent show so far.
No. Oh, God. Oh, no!
I enjoyed the stuff with Simon Miller. The opening match was really strange but decent.
Well, that was super bad. Cruel intentions from Jimmy Havoc.
The cut between the fingers. Oh, Havoc, the cover. Jimmy Havoc goes for the cover and a kick out on two. Haskins and Havoc were just a half a second away there from becoming the #1 contenders for the tag team titles that they lost to the current champions of the Open. Oh, Havoc.
Oh, there we go.
So legs swept away by Yeston Reese. And low drop kicks deposits Havoc to the outside and Kip Sabian complaining. Oh! Choke slam from Reese.
Right on the ring apron.
Sheer power. And that specimen, Yeston Reese.
This is all part of the plan. Yeston Reese cuts down an opponent.
Oh yeah, that was a really good match.
Then tags the big man
The post-match attack was
sound strategy
just
from
spot
Alpha
on
Bad
there as
in
well.
their quest to become #1 contenders.
Reese sent Havoc really hard into that opposite turnbuckle there.
See, I ordered all in.
Rebounding.
So on September 1st
And
at
again,
12
the ring is cut off.
12 a.m. I'm
That's serious
all
danger
in
for
until
Havoc
21st September 2nd.
Sabian gets launched into Havoc. Big avalanche from Reese. Oh, side slam. Here comes Sabian. Leapfrog leg drop. Picture perfect. Sabian's the legal man. Goes for the cover and a kick out on 2 by Havoc. Haskins getting increasingly animated as he tries to encourage his tag team partner to get to the corner and tag him in.
Haskins wants back in this match in the worst way. But Jimmy Havoc having problems fighting his way out the corner of Alphabet.
Again, the tag, once they're safely in the corner, Sabian tags back in Reese, and however irritating I might find Kip Sabian in particular, you've got to say this has been, in places, a pretty impressive showing from Alpha
Oh, it has. At times they've taken this live crowd out of the match.
Oh, Havoc trying to counter the suplex attempt. A long way up when you're being suplexed by Yestin Reese. Havoc's back in the Alpha Bad corner, but gets the boot up to avoid Reese. Running drop kick.
Now look at this, Haskins. Havoc has an opening. Here comes Sabian.
Sabian stopped it from happening. Referee needs to take control here and assert himself against Alpha Bad, who are continuing the double team. How long has this been now? So much for 5 seconds.
Oh! Numbers disadvantage won't fuss Jimmy Havoc.
Reese nearly hit the face of Sabian. As far as Sabian's concerned, would be a crime, but instead, Havoc may have an opportunity here to get the tag to Haskins.
Most important part of the match. Havoc must make that tag.
And he does. Here comes Haskins. Haskins against Sabian. Pace picking up here. Haskins. Absolutely on fire here against Sabian. Here comes Reese. Haskins. Forearm to the face again and again, and then the kicks. Reese is backed up in the ropes. Oh. That may have knocked Reese out.
Yeah, I'm not convinced if the ropes weren't there. Yestin Reese, he would not still be standing.
Yestin Reese apparently with no idea where he is. He charges at Haskins, but his equilibrium I don't think was quite there. Sabian on the apron. We've got Sabian and and Reese. Outside the ring. And Haskins was about to launch at him, and instead he launches at Reese.
And back in again, and now the other side.
And on to Sabian.
Yeah.
Mark Haskins on fire in Manchester.
Haskins, a ball of violent energy here at Stacked.
Now going to the top.
Mark Haskins with Sabian laying prone. Sabian moved out of the way of the double foot stomp. It's an enziguri to Haskins. Sabian will go to the ropes on forearm from Haskins into the face of Sabian. Kick to the shin, and Haskins inverted armbar trying to force a submission from Sabian. Sabian, you see, fighting to make sure that elbow doesn't get hyperextended. Instead, a crucifix pin attempt from Sabian gets 2.
Moving at a breathless pace here.
Sabian gets caught by Haskins. Haskins unconventionally takes him down into a sharpshooter, maybe. Yes, got him.
Oh, it's cinched in. It's cinched in good.
Haskins with the sharpshooter pressing down onto Sabian. Oh, an eye poke from Havoc. And Havoc, no way. We've got stereo sharpshooters on Alpha Bad in Manchester.
I've always said Jimmy Havoc's capable of being a hitman.
Havoc got powered to the outside by those tree trunk-like legs of Yestin Reese. Straight back in though. Havoc unrelenting. Finally gets dispatched to the outside again by Reese.
Just raw power from Reese. That's what won the day in the end. Haskins is all alone. This is trouble.
Oh no, wait now. Hang on. Sabian drops Haskins face first. The cover. Alpha Bad could win it. They don't because the left shoulder of Haskins goes up. Much to the joy of this crowd here in the BEC Arena.
#1 contendership for the Defiant Tag Team titles up for grabs. Only one team can progress and get that shot at Aussie Open. Haskins and Havoc, they want the titles back. What a debut it would be for Alpha Bad if they could pull out the victory.
Yeah, I bet you Yestin Reese and Kip Sabian probably came in here thinking it was a done deal, such as their
Come on, Haskins and Havoc.
Wait, maybe going for that finishing move, but Havoc rather puts a stop to that. Havoc to the outside. Sabian got hit as well though. Haskins The kick to the head of Reese. And here comes Haskins.
Haskins going high.
With a top double foot stomp right into the chest of Yestin Reese. Haskins and Havoc to win it. No.
Not quite enough for the big powerhouse to keep Yestin Reese down, who rolls away, tries to create some distance between himself and the tag team who are on fire, Mark Haskins and the man in the ring, Jimmy Havoc.
They might not have been on the same page early in the match, but they certainly are now. The former tag team champions looking to win back the gold. They will be next in line for a shot at Aussie Open if they can put away Sabian and Reese here.
Relentless barrage of offense, but look.
Come on, Haskins, and have a...
Try for the slingshot. Haskins couldn't get all of it on Reese. Reese ended up on the shoulders of Havoc. Sabian is in there. Sabian gets struck by Haskins. Haskins is taken on Alpha Bad 2-on-1 here. Haskins went for the roundhouse kick, then takes out the legs of Reese. Sabian gets caught as well. Haskins rolls through. Sabian on his shoulders. Great innovation, but there's a spear from Reese. And a kick into the chest. Alpha Bad taking out Haskins.
Alpha Bad, they feel like they need to seize the opportunity.
And that is exactly what they would have done if it wasn't for Havoc. The hip toss.
Beautiful suplex there from Havoc.
Now look at this from Havoc catches Reese, who was trying to get up on the top. Oh wow, the Death Valley driver on Reese, onto Sabian.
Well, that's one way to take out Alpha Bad 2-on-1. And now Haskins back inside the ring.
Havoc, the rear waist lock. Haskins is there as well, went for the Rainmaker into the kick, but Reese got out of it. It's a pop-up slam. That's a spine buster. And now, hang on a second. There's a kick from Sabian onto Haskins. We've seen this from Alpha Bad on ITV and elsewhere. There's the elbow off the powerbomb. Alpha Bad, Sabian, the cover on Havoc, and oh my God, that's an upset, a huge upset. Alpha Bad are #1 contenders.
Damn.
I don't believe it.
Here are your winners, and now #1 contenders to the Defiant Wrestling Tag Team Championship. The team of the Alpha Male Yestin Reese, Superbad Kip Sabian, Alpha Bad.
Well, if they were insufferable before, imagine how much their egos have inflated now. Kip Sabian, Yestin Reese, Alpha Bad are the #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
And they're only insufferable, as you put it, Bradshaw, because they experienced so much success, and now, on their debut in Defiant Wrestling, Yestin Reese, Kip Sabian are the new #1 contenders. I love it.
Reese and Sabian, Alpha Bad, the #1 contenders for the Defiant Tag Team Championships. And don't they just love it?
It might be gold in both these young men's futures, but what does this mean, Bradshaw, for the future to that point of Mark Haskins and Jimmy Havoc, staring one another down inside the ring?
Havoc and Haskins obviously disappointed not to get back on track to regaining those tag team titles, and there's some disagreement between the two here.
A little bit of friction boiling here. Maybe not.
I think they're going to the bar.
Well, you know, drown your sorrows and all that.
That's one way to deal with setbacks anyway. Alpha Bad, the #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
Chelsea, have you seen LP?
Yeah, he's just upstairs.
Is he? Wait, thank you. Cheers. LP! There he
Yo.
is. Listen, talk to me. Sorry, listen. Talk to me. Just tell me.
Private! What the fuck, man? You said this is the best wrestlers with the best matches, and that's why you brought me to Defiant.
I know. Listen, I wish I could, but the referee's decision is final. I can't overturn that. That's what it is. And I know something want to hear. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't. But listen. Again, tonight you impressed. You were fantastic. At the Ringmaster tournament, you were crowd favourite. You were fantastic. You performed really well, and I feel like I don't want to give things away. I'm not. I want people to earn them, and I feel you already have. So listen, I want to throw you a bone, right? It's Sheffield.
Yeah.
Fight or flight. I want to give you an opportunity. #1 contender match for the internet title. How's that sound? I just want to help you.
Brother.
Yeah?
I like the sounds of that.
Awesome. All I need you to do is show me one more time.
You got it.
All right?
Fuck that guy.
One woman's loss is another's gain. Here comes Zoe Lucas.
The following contest, it is a non-title match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time for the first time from Portsmouth, England, this is Zoe Lucas.
The reason I say one woman's loss is because Millie McKenzie unfortunately had to withdraw from her scheduled title match against Bea Priestley, the Defiant Women's Champion. Instead, newcomer Zoe Lucas gets a non-title match here against Priestley. What a chance for this youngster.
Yeah, it might be non-title, but as you say, Bradshaw, Zoe Lucas on her debut in Defiant Wrestling has an opportunity to let the champion know that she's there in town.
She was away from Defiant for many, many months, but when she returned, having honed her craft in Japan, this young lady very quickly reclaimed the Defiant Women's title. It is a championship that she intends to hold on to for a very, very long time.
Down to the place.
Her opponent, hailing from Wellington, New Zealand, and representing Queen's Quest, she's the current Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, Bea Priestley!
She is the Queen Bee here in Defiant Wrestling, and that is why this is such a big chance for Zoe Lucas. Imagine if somehow Lucas could put away Priestley here.
Well, that's the carrot that's been dangled in front of Lucas, and you have to believe, Bradshaw, when Lucas watches Bea Priestley come out here with that Defiant Women's Championship, with the outfits, with the glitz, the glamour, with the presence, with the response, this like crowd in Manchester, Zoe Lucas must wish that someday that will be her. And this is step one.
I have seen the trailer, it looks amazing.
Hang on a second. Priestley has a microphone here.
Hello. Now, for those of you who don't know Zoe Lucas, I know her very well outside of Defiant Wrestling. Zoe is also a fellow competitor in Stardom, and because I want to be a fighting champion today, we'll put the title on the line, shall we, Zoe?
Wow, really? There you go. All right, well, Bea Priestley.
What an opportunity. You said it, Bradshaw, but now that opportunity is golden, literally.
Yeah, times that opportunity by 1,000. Now the title.
Oh no, it doesn't. I knew it wouldn't have it. They already confirmed that Farewell before the Storm was the last time we'll see him. That's why the episode is called Farewell.
History before, of course, McKenzie the most notable example of that, but Priestley pretty quickly gained championship gold the first time around.
Priestley mentioned that there's Zoe Lucas been in Stardom, she's been in Pro Wrestling Eve, Shimmer, IPW, Progress, Frontline, she's been everywhere. Now she's in Defiant Wrestling, and on her debut night could leave here with the Women's Championship.
As Bea Priestley mentioned, Lucas has been part of Stardom in Japan, which is where Priestley has spent a good portion of the past year. And Priestley was already obviously a highly talented competitor because she was the Women's Champion before, but she's come back even more dangerous.
Oh, damn, Purple. I knew it wouldn't, so I'm not upset at all.
A calculated risk, certainly, but definitely a risk from the champion.
Well, I think it's a sign of the confidence of Priestley that she is prepared to put the title on the line. Also, a respect for Zoe Lucas, I think, who has been pretty impressive by all reports in her young career so far.
Yeah, 3-year pro. I bet she didn't think for 1 minute when she came here to Manchester that she could leave with championship gold.
Japanese stranglehold applied by Lucas. He's clearly pretty apt at pretty good aptitude at the fundamentals, I should say, as boot to the chest of Priestley sends her into the corner. Lucas very much holding her own in the opening moments here. Oh, it's a kick from Priestley. And Priestley with a drop kick right between the shoulder blades of Lucas. Sends her to the outside.
Yeah, and Lucas, she hit hard on the arena floor here right in front of us. And B. Priestley not wasting any time. Coming out to meet her.
Priestley went for the kick. Lucas sweeps the leg away. Face first.
B. Priestley versus Zoe.
Ring apron into the corner of the ring there.
That woman.
Now the opportunity for Zoe Lucas. Well, I thought she was going to try and take this one back inside the ring. Maybe not.
She temporarily got back in to break up the referee's count. And now here are the kicks from Lucas to Priestley. Oh. Another one. Finally sends Priestley to the outside. Lucas gonna go to the ropes here and maybe launch herself. Yes, she does.
Whoa, both women hitting hard on the floor. And this time it's Priestley who feels the pain, not Lucas.
Lucas not afraid
to
take a risk,
apparently. She just tossed B back into the ring.
Still can't go over this, Bradshaw. On Zoe Lucas,
and all
she
kicked
could
off
be
her.
champion.
Yeah, I mean, why not take a risk? You know, leave it all in the ring. You've got to give everything you've got if you can pull off the upset. But we've seen upsets tonight already.
Oh, we certainly have.
I'm still a bit annoyed about Alpha Bad becoming the number one contenders. Come on, how does Kip Sabian not annoy you? And Reese, both of them.
You're just jealous.
The lower back being rammed into the ring apron by Priestley, who's
not jealous of Zoe Lucas there, getting their spine realigned, if you like, by B. Priestley.
Don't make any mistake about it. For all of Priestley's friendly demeanour on the microphone, when that bell rings, particularly if her Defiant Women's Championship is on the line, she is absolutely ruthless. That is why they call her the Queen Bee.
Well, she has skeletons in her closet here in Defiant Wrestling. Quite the history, if you like. Quite the resume as well.
Well, I call it skeletons in her closet. She's one of the pioneers of the women's division here.
Yeah, but she's no stranger to transgressions. And there's another.
Lucas got rammed into the crowd barrier. Priestley has rolled back in. I think Priestley has been taken by surprise a little bit at the ability of Lucas, and Priestley, it looked like, was prepared to win by countdown, but it's not to be.
B. Priestley now going to work on the challenger, and I still can't believe we're saying that.
I'm not sure Lucas can believe it. Lucas came in here tonight knowing it's a big, big opportunity, but not this big.
Well, it was almost an exhibition, wasn't it? An opportunity to show Defiant Wrestling management what she could do, but now she could be champion.
Yeah. And Priestley goes to the ropes. Priestley kicks to the head. There's that viciousness I was alluding to a moment ago. Priestley will go for the cover. It's that body weight on top of the shoulders, but only had one leg hooked. Lucas was able to kick out.
Priestley firmly in command.
Switching gears here and maybe going to try for the submission instead. You see, slapping the side of Lucas to force those arms to reflexively come backwards.
Listen to the screams of Zoe Lucas.
Oh, Priestley with kicks right between the shoulder blades.
I'm telling you, this is the sinister side of B. Priestley Wrestling. When that championship is on the line, she almost turns in to another woman entirely.
Don't forget, right between the shoulder blades there, that is exactly the point where Priestley kicked Lucas earlier in the match to send her to the outside. So there is method here to this strategy from Priestley.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just Priestley's way of letting Lucas know, hey, I'm the top dog here, I'm the champ. I'm the one you have to knock off the perch.
Trying to psychologically get under the skin here of Lucas. Priestley trying to prove she's a fighting champion, but will that be a decision that she comes to regret here? I still think, I honestly believe that Priestley is surprised here at the fire that Zoe Lucas is showing. I'm not sure Priestley would have put the title on the line if she knew it was going to be as even as this.
I think Priestley almost thought she would catch Lucas off her game by putting that gold on the line. It's not working out that way.
It makes it much more of a high-pressure situation with the title on the line, but Lucas has risen to the occasion so far, although Priestley continues to have the upper hand more often than not. There's old crossbody though. Lucas catches Priestley by surprise, and Zoe Lucas just what, a half a second away there from the women's title.
Yeah, here's breath from winning the title, and that would be the ultimate shock. No one would be more shocked than the champion, Bea Priestley. Now both women down on the mat. Referee up to a 3 count.
Crowd are very much enjoying this unexpected bonus of a championship match here for the women's title.
Up to a 6.
Yeah, Priestley's on her feet though, so is Lucas now. And Lucas with a kick to Priestley. Lucas will go to the ropes. There's a kick into the chest. And oh God, try for a...
Oh, did you see that?
A tackle.
Oh, massive kick.
Rugby-style tackle from Priestley, from Lucas, I should say, on the cover.
Incredible athleticism, Bradshaw. I actually think the foot, the boot, the heel of Zoe Lucas came over her head and struck Bea Priestley's. Phenomenal.
Lucas with a determined look in her eyes. She charged at Priestley. Priestley moved out of the way, but Lucas too quick for the champion. Lucas, oh, they pulled the hair, but in any case, she snapped the neck back of Priestley. And now Lucas is going to launch over the top. There's the split leg drop. The cover from Lucas, and Priestley had to get her arm on the bottom rope to break that up.
Yeah, the champ's almost lucky the rope was right there within reach. That was super impressive from Zoe Lucas. One hell of a debut thus far.
Priestley leapfrogs over Lucas, who charged in again. High kick from Lucas, the cover. The shoulder wasn't down, now it is, and that delay may have cost Lucas the chance to be the women's champion then.
Yeah, you never know what might have happened had the referee not stopped short there, very conscientious officiating to see that both shoulders weren't pinned to the mat. You're right, Bradshaw, it did cost Lucas, and that's why she's shaking her head.
A little bit frustrated at herself, but got to keep an eye on Priestley. It obviously was a mistake to go in there, took an elbow to the face. Priestley now looking maybe for the cheeky Nando's kick, and gets it.
Got all of it.
Priestley sweeping the leg and will climb to the top. We've seen this before. Lucas does not want to be in this part of town. The double foot stomp right to the head of Lucas.
Well, that's got to be it. That's got to be all she wrote.
Well, she's unconscious. She's completely unconscious. Priestley to retain the women's title. No. A kick out.
Yeah, that's a message to the champ as well. Zoe Lucas had the option of grabbing the bottom rope just like Priestley did early in the match. She chose to power out. Somehow managed to do it too.
I don't know how you make any choices after being double foot stomped in the head. Lucas just about keeping her wits about her enough to kick out of that. Well, that's got to do it. That's got to do it. The cover from Priestley. Again. My word. A kick out from Lucas.
It's almost stunned this live crowd into silence here. They're not sure what to make. What an incredible debut from Zoe Lucas.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable hush, I would say, as Priestley is starting to really dominate here in a way that makes you a little bit concerned for Lucas. And that's no criticism of Lucas, who has been taking the champion to the limit here for the most part.
Yeah, but this is what Bea Priestley does. This is why she's been so successful all over the world. She takes it to a whole new level.
Lucas trying to fight Priestley off to prevent maybe a superplex. Lucas again kicks Priestley away.
What's this?
Priestley's grabbed the arm of the referee. Oh, Lucas inadvertently, I think, with the crossbody on the referee.
Well, that could be a disqualification.
There's a kick from Priestley.
The referee out, otherwise I think he would be calling for the ring bell here. Zoe Lucas, her shot at the Defiant Women's title might be over.
But hang on a second, Priestley's come out of the ring. Priestley has a chair, come on.
This is what I was saying, Bradshaw. You poo-pooed it earlier on. I didn't know what I was talking about, but Priestley always takes it to a whole new level. She's willing to do anything to hold on to that title.
A referee obviously out cold here, and What is this now? Oh, hang on now. Lucas, his head put in that chin. This is like what happened to Priestley at Stacks 2 years ago.
Yeah, we've seen something very similar to this before.
Nixon Newell, then the women's champion, kicked Priestley in the head. Priestley may do the same. And
oh, wait a minute.
Priestley put the brakes on at the last minute. I think Priestley had second thoughts. The better angels of B. Priestley winning there. There's another split leg drop.
Wait a minute.
There's the referee. Lucas with the cover after the leg drop. No. A kick out by Priestley, whose decision to abide by the rules nearly cost her the women's title.
Yeah, Priestley's common decency almost became her undoing. Oh,
there's the kick around the head from Priestley to Lucas.
That steel chair's still inside the ring. Oh, not anymore.
And Priestley on top. Double foot stomp right into the shoulders this time. And a primal scream here from the Defiant Women's Champion. The curb stomp. The curb stomp from Priestley, the cover, and Priestley retains the women's title.
Here is your winner, and still Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, B. Priestley.
B. Priestley has got to have been taken by surprise by Zoe Lucas, so much so that Priestley thought about using that chair to gain an unfair advantage.
Yeah, well, Lucas has nothing to be ashamed of. Wait a minute.
Oh, God, wait a second.
Is that who I think? Yes.
Lana Austin. That's Lana Austin.
What's she doing here?
Austin was suspended. Oh, Priestley! Oh! A shot to the face from the steel chair from Lana Austin.
Lana Austin stealing B. Priestley's thunder here at Stacked.
Austin was suspended for assaulting Millie McKenzie.
30 days wasn't enough.
Yeah, apparently that suspension has ended because Lana Austin is back and she is absolutely dismantling our women's champion.
I think the referee needs some help out here. B. Priestley certainly needs some help. Lord only knows what Lana Austin has in mind. Oh,
I think I might know.
I think we've just figured it out.
This is what Priestley had too much compassion to do to Zoe Lucas. Lana Austin with, oh my God! Dear God! We need help.
Yeah, this just turned ugly. This is very, very dangerous.
First of all, get Lana Austin out of here, but we need help. The Defiant Women's Champion. Austin is leaving through the crowd.
Yeah, she's out of here. Not before doing significant damage to the Defiant Women's Champion, B. Priestley, who successfully defended her title. Doesn't look like a winner right now.
That was sick. That was utterly sick. We got referees out here, but...
Yeah, we need more than referees.
Yeah.
Might need some medical help.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else we can get from the back here, but...
Bit shaken here. We weren't expecting this.
Lana Austin making an unwelcome return to attack B. Priestley, and I assume she's trying to make some kind of sick statement about being the next challenger for Priestley's women's title.
Well, it's almost, Dave, like Lana Austin was telling B. Priestley through her actions, I'm willing to go further than you, because as we saw during the match, B. Priestley wasn't willing to punt Zoe Lucas in the skull. Lana Austin was willing to do that to Priestley.
She might not feel like a champion, but B. Priestley still currently the Defiant Women's Champion after defending against Zoe Lucas. Right. Well, right now we are going to go to a match that has been a very, very long time in the making. In fact, it's happened more than once before, but the stakes have never been higher between Martin Kirby and Joe Hendry.
Oh, this is one hell of a situation. It's been simmering for so long. You almost can't remember a time here in Defiant Wrestling when Joe Hendry and Martin Kirby weren't at loggerheads. But there's been a bit of a twist to this tale recently. Let's see where it goes next. I can't wait.
They are two men who have an absolute, deeply personal hatred for each other. Let's see how it unfolds. Let's take it to the ring. Sound of those air raid sirens about to herald the arrival of the prestigious one.
Music to my ears, and yours too.
The
following contest, it is a singles match set for 1 fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring at this time, wrestling out of Edinburgh, Scotland, and winning tonight at 218 pounds, he is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, a former Defiant champion. In fact, this time last year, he was defending against the likes of Jack Swagger. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
That match was a hell of a match.
And who won it?
That's right. It was Joe Hendry. Hendry has taken some of the biggest legends in the wrestling world to the limit, but throughout it all, the yin to his yang, so to speak, everything he has done has been shadowed by Martin Kirby. In fact, it was Kirby who Hendry defeated for what is now the Defiant Championship. A defeat for Kirby that put Kirby in the hospital. That was close to a year and a half ago, but there is still no love lost between these two.
Hey, there must still be lingering effects of that concussion to Martin Kirby. Can't shake off an injury like that overnight. Not even after a year.
Here he comes. The leader of the curb crawlers and Joe Hendry's arch nemesis.
His opponent, hailing from Thurston, Yorkshire, England, and winning tonight, 180 pounds, this is Martin Kirby!
Martin Kirby, a man who divides opinion here in Defiant Wrestling, but there is no doubt whatsoever that over the course of over 2 years now, Kirby has developed a loyal following. He calls them the curb crawlers. Whatever you want to call them, they have helped lift him to the Defiant World title, to being the general manager of this company, and much more success besides. But again, a thorn in his side throughout all that success, all the time, has been Joe Hendry.
Well, matching Kirby achievement for achievement, title for title, trophy for trophy, accomplishment by accomplishment has been the prestigious one. These two men can't stand one another, and they've got a lot to settle here tonight at Stacked.
It's a rivalry that has extended onto national television and WRS Wrestling, we talked about earlier. They hate each other on there as well. It just goes wherever they go. Whichever promotion they're in, they just cannot contain that animus between the two of them.
Hey, listen, earlier on, before the fans filed in here, Joe Hendry was inside the ring. He was doing some exercises, doing some stretches. Martin Kirby, he happened to enter the room, this massive room, and Joe Hendry had to leave. They can't even be in the same room as one another.
Well, they're very much in the same room as one another now. They are between the ropes, where all our disputes here in Defiant ultimately get settled. And maybe this match here tonight at Stack will go some way to proving who is the superior athlete.
There's the amateur wrestling skills of Joe Hendry coming to the fore, though, just riding Martin Kirby.
Works over into a pin for just a second there. I think Hendry would take umbrage even with the question of who is the better athlete. He's represented Scotland, of course, at the Commonwealth Games recently. Kirby is, for his part, feels like he's always been underappreciated, underrated, not just by Hendry, but by Defiant management. You saw that tirade that he went on.
Yeah, there's a change in Kirby, though, Dave. I mean, I don't know if it was something to do with the fact he lost to John Klinger in the first round of the Ringmaster tournament. Maybe he's jealous of Joe Hendry. Maybe he feels he isn't getting the plaudits he deserves for all the accomplishments he's had in Defiant Wrestling. But there's certainly a change in Martin Kirby's mindset.
Well, yeah, this was a roll-up attempt by Hendry. It's always bubbling under the surface, this rivalry, but it was reignited at the end of that match against Klinger as we saw again exchanging pin attempts. But Joe Hendry was joining us on commentary that night in the Ringmaster tournament, and Hendry's sarcastic clapping to Kirby as he left the ring was what led to that, quite honestly, snapping of Martin Kirby the following night.
Well, there's obviously more to this relationship than even we know, Bradshaw. I mean, both these men, they haven't been able to stand one another for so long that this is a whole new level, a different layer of hatred.
Leapfrog from Kirby. High leg takes down the prestigious one.
Leave Arsenal alone.
I think it's simply a monumental clash of personalities. I don't think anyone would deny that both of these two have very sizable egos. And as you say, sometimes literally there is not enough room for both of them in the building.
Well, sometimes you just meet people and you know within seconds, hey, I don't like that guy, and he's thinking exactly the same about you. That's the impression I get with Hendry and Kirby. But it's grown arms and legs since that first moment.
A takedown from Hendry. Shoulder block.
No.
Young man from Scotland. The upper hand here pushes Kirby into the ropes. Kirby ducks the clothesline. Tilton well with a head scissors takedown from Kirby. Kirby will go for a cover and forces a kick out from Hendry at 2.
Hendry and Kirby, they operate in the upper echelons of professional wrestlers we have on the Defiant roster. No doubt about that. No one's ever going to dispute that fact. Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe it's hyper competition. Maybe that's all it is between these two men. I get the feeling it's something more.
But what's interesting is in this latest flare-up of this rivalry, this feud between the two, as Kirby again gets a 2 count, is that Kirby's rage isn't just aimed at Hendry now. It's extending out. As I say, he's been heavily critical of Defiant Wrestling management. He's talked about how he's just always underappreciated. It's hard to see, or hard to not worry, if you like, that Kirby is in a very precarious place from a mental perspective right now.
Well, he's definitely in a very negative place, and when one consumes themselves with negativity, there has to be an outlet for that negativity. It has to bubble over and come out somehow. And that verbal tirade that Kirby went on previously, and now the vicious beating he's given the prestigious one, maybe this is all cathartic for him. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Kirby's head.
Well, whatever the reason,
do you know where here with the
happy-go-lucky character that we sometimes see, or quite often see, from Martin Kirby.
That statement doesn't make sense, mate.
Smile, that twinkle in his eye, if you like, is not there tonight. Clearly, the Russian hasn't been there since the Ringmaster tournament. There's the cover again from Kirby and another 2 count.
I got the impression as soon as both of these men came out here, you saw Joe Hendry pacing inside the ring, waiting on Kirby. It's all business here tonight.
Kirby sent into the corner. Leaps over Hendry before Hendry can get him, and now Hendry tries to catch him. Kirby looking maybe for the DDT. Instead, Hendry uses that power. The suplex.
That's a strength advantage on display there from Hendry.
Cover from Hendry. Kick out on 2.
And again, Bradshaw, I'd say it's all business. However, there's been, throughout this entire saga, there have been sprinklings of personal resentment between both these men that have cropped up. Are we going to see it tonight? Possibly, but right now, one hell of a wrestling match.
Trying to lock in the submission here is Hendry. But what's interesting as well is, Kirby's trying to grab the hair. What's interesting here is that you see both men, as they've got those 2 counts, neither man looks particularly surprised with their pin attempt so far. Hasn't put the other man away. Both know each other so well, they know that this one is going to go for a while as Kirby gets the kick out again.
And again, Bradshaw, Joe Hendry had never even looked at senior official Steve Linsky when Martin Kirby kicked out. These men know one another extremely well.
Hendry again with the pin attempt, but
I like glance at the ref.
Yeah, but that might be the first time we're starting to see a hint of frustration from Hendry that he's not been able to neutralize Kirby so far in quite the way he would have liked to.
Well, Hendry challenges himself every single day to be better. That's how this man lives his life.
With a firm impact from that.
I don't think Purple's there anymore, mate.
Another pin attempt.
Hendry's already been a Defiant world champion. He wants to get back in that mix, and it would send a huge message to everyone if he could defeat Martin Kirby here tonight in Manchester.
Hendry, of course, is inspired whole gangs of wrestlers to follow him at one point when he was the leader of the Prestige, as they were once known. Now,
maybe
out on
Kirby's
his own
jealous of
again.
that. Maybe that's part of the issue.
Kirby has his own group of which he is the leader. Talked about that already. The curb crawlers are many in number. Jawbreaker from Kirby to Hendry. Hendry will sweep the leg and maybe go for the Hendry lock.
Go for it fairly early in the match.
Kirby knows that's what he's trying to do. There's the enziguri from Kirby. And Kirby breathes a sigh of relief. He knew he was in that dangerous territory there. Hendry had locked in that Hendry lock.
If you get locked in that Hendry lock, it's all over with. There's no escape. Joe Hendry, that move was passed down to him. He took it almost from the legendary Kurt Angle. No one executes it like the prestigious one.
Kirby loading with right hands into the midsection, into the face of Hendry. Hendry counters the Irish whip. Kirby leaps off the ropes and takes down Hendry. Kirby will take a run up. Here he comes. Shoulder thrust into the abdomen of Hendry. Kirby takes down the prestigious one. And he'll go for another cover. Will that do it? No.
So interesting. As we've already said, the contrast between these two men, personality-wise, is quite striking. But inside the ring, there's a lot of similarities there. The heart, the desire, the skills. And we're seeing that right here tonight. It's almost like they can't beat one another.
We just tried to lift Hendry onto his shoulders. Hendry got out as a takedown. Hendry Kirby went with him and hit the kick for good measure. And there's an Olga Feynasser from Kirby. The cover. 2 count again.
Emphatic power out from Joe Hendry, pressing Martin Kirby off his chest. Everything the prestigious one does is all about letting his opponent know, hey, I'm still here and I ain't going anywhere.
Well, Kirby said he's going for the Sable Bomb. Kirby put away some of the best in Defiant.
There's that ankle again.
And he countered the counter into the Hendry lock. The Hendry lock from Joe Hendry. Good German suplex. Oh, what a transition from Hendry. He may have knocked Kirby out by surprise, and Kirby somehow again gets out. Quick thinking from Hendry though.
Yeah, but think about this. Where did Martin Kirby land? On the back of his head. Oh, wait a minute.
And Hendry lock again. Hendry lock again. This time Kirby wriggles free and Kirby gets caught. Oh, freak of nature! Freak of nature! A snap freak of nature from Hendry! No!
So close. There's a cry of anguish from Joe Hendry.
On 2 occasions, the Hendry lock hasn't got it done. The freak of nature didn't get it done either, and that is why you heard that, as you call it, the cry of anguish from Joe Hendry, because he has hit his 2 big moves on Kirby, and Kirby is still standing.
Kirby's eyes are glazed over, Dave. Oh, still has the wherewithal to move.
Well, Kirby and Hendry both to the outside. This rivalry could not be contained by the ring. Hendry and Kirby continuing to battle here.
Oh no.
On the outside, and they're right in front of us.
They've already battled all over a Defiant arena before. There's nothing stopping them from doing the same here in Manchester.
They're brawling in the aisle. Well, they need to be careful here because they are right up on the stage.
We're up to a 7 count.
Yeah, we're 3 seconds away from this being over. Kirby's going for a sable on the stage. Oh, Kirby's going to try and get back in, and no, he didn't get there. It's a double count out. There's got to be a double count out.
Both men have been counted out. The result of this contest, a double count out.
Kirby is frustrated beyond belief here, but referee made absolutely the right call. Kirby didn't beat the 10 count, and neither of these guys are going to leave here victorious, which means we are no closer to getting a resolution to this feud.
What was I saying before? It's almost like these 2 men can't beat one another. That's what we've just witnessed.
Yeah, destined to fight forever.
What's Joe Hendry? What's he saying now?
Hendry's looking for a microphone.
Hey, John.
Apparently.
No, I didn't, mate.
Wants to address his.
What were they saying?
As I called him, arch nemesis. After this double count out.
Not a result anyone
If this was the old Joe Hendry, the prestigious one, maybe maybe we just call it a day there. But after Newcastle, I don't like to swear, but after the pish you were talking to Joe Hendry, there's no way we can leave that match like that! Now these people paid a lot of good money, not that I usually care, but tonight is the one night that I care because every single person is going to stand up and demand that you, Steve Linsky, restart the match!
They are on their feet here in Manchester. Kirby agreed. The bell will ring and the match will restart.
Yeah.
Take two. Almost a fight for
Hi, Demon.
to this one between these two.
Hendry and Kirby exchanging rights. We are going to have a winner here. Both of these guys want this settled.
As sure as there's a change in Martin Kirby, there's a change in Joe Hendry as well.
Kirby on the apron. Oh! Kick to the side of the head from the apron from Kirby. Maybe Hendry's going to regret requesting this to be restarted because here comes Kirby with the elbow off the top. The cover from the former Defiant World Champion. And another former World Champion kicks out.
This time there's no cry of anguish. It's a roar of defiance from the prestigious one.
Two men utterly synonymous with Defiant Wrestling, refusing to let this one end in a draw tonight at Stacked. Kirby with the clothesline! Oh, sorry, Hendry with the clothesline on Kirby, so excited I can't even think here. Kirby and Hendry, as you say, God knows how long this will go on.
And listen to this live crowd. Did you ever think you'd hear that, Bradshaw?
We're going to brawl until there's a winner.
Chance for Joe Hendry.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
About bloody time, if you ask me.
Well, no one asked you. There's an uppercut from Hendry. Kirby. Forearm to the face of Hendry. Hendry hits back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uppercuts. Hits 6. Hendry 7 has lost his temper here. I'm not sure this is in any way part of a strategy. This is just Hendry losing his mind. Such is his hatred for Martin Kirby.
You heard what he said, the prestigious one.
Oh, yeah, Hendry needs to be careful. He shoved the referee there. To focus that hatred on Kirby. That's what Kirby's doing. Look at this. Oh, the referee has been shoved. A bell. The referee is called for the bell.
Well, the rules say you can't put your hands on an official, and both Joe Hendry and Martin Kirby did exactly that.
I don't know what the decision is here.
Well, Steve Linsky was left with no choice, let's be honest.
I think the referee may have disqualified both.
The winner of the match, as a result of a disqualification, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
A disqualification victory for Joe Hendry after Kirby shoved the ref.
I think Steve Linsky obviously felt Kirby's shove was more than a little enthusiastic, a bit too aggressive for his liking. Joe Hendry doesn't look happy with the decision.
Now, Hendry is furious here as he's walking out. Hendry is, you think he'd be happy, he's got the win, but it's the manner of the victory, clearly. Again, nothing like resolve. This battle between Hendry and Kirby, a feud, a rivalry that may well run on and on. But right now, it is time for that first time ever match. The Defiant Internet title on the line. Walter and Will Ospreay, one-on-one in our main event.
Well, this is a match that everyone's been waiting for.
Martin Kirby right in front of us. Kirby is livid. Where's that? Kirby is demanding a microphone here.
Well, maybe he has every right to be livid, however.
He's found one.
Did you see that? Did you see? Yeah? Joe Hendry clearly pushed the referee first. But oh, what happened? Oh, don't do that again, Joe. Please don't touch me. Oh, no. I touched the referee. What happens? Disqualification. What a load of shit.
Don't tell me. Nothing to do with me.
seriously unhappy, Martin Kirby maybe has every right to.
Every single person came in here to see me make true on what I said in Newcastle, and that was to prove that Joe Hendry can't even lace my boots. And once again, I get shit on. You know, at least I did one thing right today, though. I wore the company dress code colours. Because once upon a time in Defiant Wrestling, I was the only guy to be wearing pink and black. Now, every other flavour of the month that's just appeared here today decides to wear pink. Well, dream on, guys. You can wear the same colour, but you ain't as good as me.
Rambling. Something to get off his chest.
You guys know it. Month in, month out. Who's the guy who's here? Who's the guy who's putting on matches, busting their ass? That's me. Do you think all the other people on this roster, when they're flying out to PWG, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, do you think they give a shit about this company and you people? Do they balls? But I do, and it just seems the more you give a shit about this company, the less they give a shit about you. So Joe Hendry, I haven't finished with you! I haven't finished till I beat you in this ring. So Joe Hendry. Next show, me, you, no count out, no disqualification, no bullshit.
Hey,
and I'm the better man.
To say he's livid is an understatement. Martin Kirby has just absolutely flipped here. Anyway, as we said, time for our main event. Walter, Will Ospreay, Internet title coming up here on Stacked.
Lorna! Get up! Get off your backside! Get up! Who do you think you are? What are you doing? Getting involved in matches?
You didn't do anything.
We all seen it, Lorna. Getting involved in matches that you weren't meant to be in. Now, we've had this situation before. Remember Sheffield? You know what's coming, don't you?
No.
What happened in Sheffield?
No.
It's happening again. Officially now, you are suspended.
No!
Suspended. Yes.
No!
Yes.
Ah!
Yes.
No! I hate you!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Calm down! Calm down! Calm down! It's okay. I've taken care of it. I understand. She's suspended.
Suspended?
Yes, suspended.
I don't want her suspended.
What do you want done?
I want to have you in a fucking match rather than you
Oh.
jumping behind all the
Let's go,
time.
let's
Well,
go now.
calm down.
Let's
Calm
go.
yourselves down. Calm yourselves down. Right, listen. I know how to sort this out. At Fight or Flight in Sheffield, it's going to be used to one-on-one. All right?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Right? No! Leave it for Sheffield!
Jesus.
Bradshaw. Sometimes a pro wrestler comes around and you just think, wow, my God, the power. Oh, here it comes. Golden bomb, the cover by Walter. Oh, jeez. Oh, look at this though. Walter with the power again. Oh, one shot. Oh, he's a colossus. Ospreay gets it! Ospreay back on the offensive. Ospreay! And the stone breaker from the area assassin! Ospreay with the cover! And Ospreay's the #1 contender! Goes for the Oscar and gets it! And he got all of it! Ospreay leaps!
Where on earth did they make Will Ospreay and what did they make him out of?
There's Ospreay! Oh my God! Ospreay over the guardrails! Walter is something else, I'm telling you. We are seeing the genesis, the beginning of something special.
Champion! general versus the aerial assassin. But there can only be one internet champion. Look at the presence of this man, Will Ospreay. Everyone here in Manchester, without fail, man, women and child, on their feet. It was 1 year ago this weekend since Will Ospreay made the finals of that unprecedented 64-man tournament, the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Ospreay unsuccessful on that night in August. On this night in August, maybe, just maybe, he will leave with championship gold.
Well, we were about to find out. He looks confident enough to me, Bradshaw. But then again, when is Will Ospreay ever lacking in confidence? And quite rightly so. The list of achievements this man has at such a young age is almost embarrassing for every other wrestler on the planet. But there's one achievement he's yet to attain, and Walter, he has it, and that's the Defiant Internet title.
Will Ospreay wants it. Indeed, for all of his achievements around the wrestling world, he is yet to hold singles gold here in Defiant.
Unbelievable when you think about it.
That may change here in the next few minutes, but he is against a champion, the likes of whom we have never seen before.
Well, I said it before, Bradshaw. Sometimes a professional wrestler comes along and you just think, wow, Walter is that man. This man is a colossus.
There he is. Internet title held over his shoulder. You call him a colossus, call him a ring general, call him a man mountain, but whatever you call him, make sure you don't forget that he is the man to beat here. The top of the mountain in terms of the internet title is Walter.
Well, remember who Walter defeated back at Road to Destruction, both Travis Banks and Zack Sabre Jr. in the same match. Will Ospreay, he defeated Joe Hendry at Built to Destroy to get this opportunity. Now it comes down, forget everyone else, it comes down to these two men.
First time ever, Ospreay and Walter. I have goosebumps.
It is now time for the main event of the evening. This is a singles bout set for one fall. It has a 30-minute time limit, and it will decide your Defiant Wrestling Internet Championship. Introducing first to my right, he is the challenger and #1 contender. Representing Chaos and from Essex, England, winning tonight at 192 pounds, he is known all over the world as the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. And now to my left stands the champion from Vienna, Austria, and winning tonight at 310 pounds. He is the current reigning and defending Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion. This is Walter!
Just terrifying to look at. The Internet Champion. How must it feel to stand across the ring from Walter?
I can't even begin to imagine it. Will Ospreay has faced countless great wrestlers during his career. Some of the best in the world have fallen by his hand, and his feet, by the way. But Walter, I'm telling you, there's something about this man.
And what was most noticeable in those ring introductions by Stevie Aaron was the weight. They said Ospreay, what, something 180 some pounds? Walter, 310.
Yeah, and he moves like he's a $150. This man, incredible speed for someone so huge.
Ospreay going to have to rely on his superior speed, though, and acrobatic capacity to take down Walter and claim the internet title. It is a #1 contendership that he earned by defeating Joe Hendry at Built to Destroy. But here's the strength of Walter immediately.
It's just scary, downright terrifying. It's so effortless from Walter as well. It's almost like he's not even breaking sweat.
And Ospreay, before that look of confidence came back on his face, momentarily there, I thought had a look of disbelief. Having never faced Walter before, that's the first time he's ever felt that brute strength. The Internet champion.
He's just felt it again, and a look flashes across the face of Ospreay. He's going to have to change his tactics. He might need to pull out the performance of a lifetime to dethrone Walter and take home that Internet championship.
I mean, Ospreay's friends with Zack Sabre Jr., he's friends with Travis Banks, he's friends with a wealth of people who've taken on Walter. I'm sure he's spoken to them, and I'm sure they've said, you've never felt the power of a man like Walter before. But I don't know if Ospreay could really understand what they meant until this moment.
Well, you and I sat here, Bradshaw. We sat just a few feet away from the ring, and we watched Walter chop the absolute hell out of Zack Sabre Jr. And it brought tears almost to our eyes as well. That's in Will Ospreay's future, and he knew that going in. Can you imagine how terrifying that would be?
Ospreay's not going to like this as Walter trying to kick in the head. Just disrespectfully, Ospreay, that's fired him up. The challenger from Raynham in Essex. Here it comes. Oh, Ospreay knew he has to avoid the chops. That's what ultimately, I think, helped to put pace to Zack Sabre Jr. and to Travis Banks, but Ospreay takes down the champion.
And I think that's the quickest that Walter has been taken off his feet here in Defiant Wrestling.
And now it's Walter's turn to have a look of disbelief on his face.
Going into this one, I have to say, I didn't believe that Walter could be beat. If anyone can do it, it's the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Same is true of Walter, that's true of Ospreay. I'm sure people have said to Walter, you haven't known speed, you haven't known a flurry of offense like Will Ospreay's. Maybe Walter didn't quite understand what that meant until now.
Oh. This is almost those big forearms and chops against the stiff kicks of Ospreay. I don't think Ospreay can match upper body strength, to state the obvious, with Walter.
And it would be a mistake to do so. That's what sometimes people try and do in there against Walter. They try and wrestle him in his kind of match. Ospreay needs this to be Ospreay's kind of match.
Oh, there we go. That's super smart from Ospreay. Has to do what brought him to the dance.
Yeah. And now, immediately trying to up the pace and go to the ropes. He's looking for a Tilton World DDT until he gets pushed away. There's a leapfrog. There's that agility from Walter that you talked about, and the boot to the face of the challenger.
It's horrific. That's what it is.
There is no one quite like Walter. And this crowd know it. Walter has earned the respect, or maybe the... Oh, God. Not sure respect is the word, almost awe. That's the kind of chop that can shorten your career.
It's like getting hit in the chest with a sledgehammer. The size of Walter's arms, his hands.
You know, a few hits like that, and Ospreay could be taken out of this very quickly. It's a 30-minute time limit for this at the start of the match, but...
Yeah, strap yourself in, buckle up.
I mean, if Ospreay hangs in here for 20 minutes or so, and maybe he's got a better chance, but there's every possibility that Walter ends this in 5.
Well, absolutely. And hey, listen, the thing is as well, the very fact that Ospreay was able to knock Walter off his feet so quickly is almost embarrassing for the champion.
It's a gut wrench. Takes him down again. Walter will once more go for the side press, and Ospreay somewhat unconvincingly gets that right shoulder up to stop the pin.
And usually, Walter likes toying with his opponents. He loves chopping the hell out of their chest. Oh.
Ospreay trying to chop down the proverbial tree, but only trees fight back like that.
Oh. Walter now picking his spot. He has this one fully in control. Look at this for a slam.
Walter off the ropes, a knee right across the throat of Ospreay. Crush your clavicle. Kick out on 2.
Imagine the mental fortitude it takes to even step inside the ring with a man like Walter. You have to give Ospreay credit for
Come
even
on,
trying
come
here.
on, Will.
Already the wheels are coming off this title challenge. I hesitate to say it so early, but look at this. Systematic destruction from the big man.
Well, the one thing that might possibly work in Ospreay's favour here, you heard it in the ring announcement, he's part of the Chaos faction over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's been under the tutelage of Kazuchika Okada. Ospreay grabbing the hand of Walter this time. He went for another one of those clubbing strikes across the chest, and Ospreay has been in there with some real hard hitters, obviously in New Japan, so he'll be used to something like this kind of style. But again, I emphasize, I'm not sure he's ever faced anyone like this man.
Oh, Walter went for the big boot again. Ospreay telegraphed it, saw it coming.
This is what is exciting when you watch Will Ospreay, is you see he learns from what happened earlier in the match. Ospreay this time knew the boot was coming, he moved out of the way, and that's given him a foothold here.
Yeah, you don't get to the position Will Ospreay is in the pro wrestling business by failing to learn from your mistakes.
Ospreay though, those strikes having very little impact. That one maybe a little more. Ospreay rolls back. And wow, over the top rope. A variation on the 619, but over the top, then Ospreay springboard. Clothesline takes down Walter. The cover didn't hook the leg, and Walter, with some ease, it has to be said, forced Ospreay off after two.
It was almost like, well, Ospreay was spread over a car bonnet there. The size of Walter's quite intimidating. How do you hold this man down?
The distance between those two shoulders makes it hard to pin both down at the same time. Ospreay into Gurida, and again Walter goes down. Champion retreats to the outside, and that is at least a small victory for Will Ospreay.
Ospreay has something else in mind. This is Ospreay's wheelhouse.
Walter in no man's land with the internet title on the line. Here comes Ospreay. Ospreay between the top and middle got caught. He got caught. He got caught by Walter. And a chop across the chest of Ospreay from the internet champion.
Ring the bell right now, referee. That was one hell of a chop. And now look.
Oh my. Deposited on the ring apron. Walter stands above the challenger. Walter will break up the count, but
I'll be surprised if Will Ospreay can get back to his own 2 feet of his own accord. His chest was totally caved in there by the big Austrian.
Well, the champion's decision to break up the referee's count there may be the only thing that's stopped Will Ospreay from being counted out. Another chop. Ospreay, the pain ravaged across his face, but the determination as well. Ospreay fights back. Oh, no. Walter got him by the throat. Walter. Oh, Walter's hand goes into the ring post. Ospreay moved out of the way. Walter being chopped, and Ospreay this time breaks up the count. Oh, and he takes a boot from Walter. They're on a table. Ospreay scooped up by Walter. And Walter sends Ospreay face first into the ring post.
Oh, that's got to be it. That's got to be. I'm not kidding around. Ospreay's head struck that steel ring post so hard, and look at this, the champion inside the ring, enjoying the spoils of his hard work.
Standing tall, his dominance clear to everybody here in the BEC arena. Walter telling the referee to go get the belt. This one he says is over by count out. Referee is up to a count of 5.
Yeah, we're on 5, we're halfway there. Ospreay only has 5 seconds to get somehow scrape himself off the arena floor and get back. Oh, look at.
Yeah, he's bleeding. Ospreay is bleeding from the forehead. Referee's up to 7 now.
There's a count of 8.
Ospreay only has 2 seconds to get into the ring, or Walter retains the internet title, and Ospreay somehow just about made it in.
And isn't it ironic, Dave, that the presence of mind Ospreay had before to break up the count before ultimately cost him? Now it saves the day.
Yeah, look at what Walter's doing. Walter sees the wound on the forehead of Ospreay and immediately puts the elbow into that wound.
Oh my God, this is almost barbaric from the internet champion. Walter, this is what I was getting at earlier on. He enjoys this, inflicting pain, toying with his opponents. Seeing Will Ospreay bleed will only spur the champ on.
why they call him the ring general, his ability to dictate what goes on, how long the punishment will continue, and it looks like the internet champion is not done yet.
And Ospreay came down face first on that canvas. Couldn't even break his own fall on the way down. He's out on his feet. We want some more, I can't believe it.
For goodness sake, Will. Another one. Ospreay doesn't know when he's beat. Ospreay doesn't know when he's beat. Ospreay.
Well, there just isn't the same ferocity behind those. Oh,
Walter was inviting him to go for the job. Oh God! Oh God! He's going to go for the golden bomb. He got caught. Guillotine choke. The choke from Ospreay. Ospreay's found a way to counter the golden bomb. Oh, has he though? No. The double underhook. Oh my God! What power! What strength from Walter! The cover to retain, and Ospreay kicked out.
Well, remember that kick out because it may well be the last. I'm not sure. Well, Ospreay has another one of those in him. Did everything he could to get that submission hold on the massive frame of Walter, but then Walter just swatted him off.
And now Walter taking things up a notch, putting Ospreay on the top turnbuckle. This is normally Ospreay's favourite place to be, but I'm not sure that's true here. Oh God, no, not again. Not again, this time from the middle turnbuckle. And for that double underhook, overhead suplex again. Headbutts from Ospreay. Anything he can do to fight free from this behemoth. Oh, Ospreay touching the head. Ospreay cheeking Nando's kick.
Right to the face of the internet champion, and down comes Walter. They say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. That was proof positive.
Walter has been rattled. Ospreay may have the slightest glimpse of an opportunity here. And Will Ospreay has climbed to the very top. Ospreay is about to take to the skies. There's the moonsault. Oh, the feet go up, the face into the feet of Walter. The missile drop kick.
Almost knocked Ospreay clean out of the ring.
No. Golden bomb from
That's
Walter on Ospreay. And what? Ospreay kicked out.
And this is the first time we've seen Walter rattled. He cannot believe that Ospreay found a way to kick out of that. Massive powerbomb.
Anyone can believe that. This crowd are shocked as well, and now Walter perfectly happy to go back to that head wound.
Well, he has to do anything he can to keep the challenger down. Look at the face of Ospreay.
There are very few men who've ever kicked out of the golden bomb. Ospreay just became one of a very elite few.
Ospreay back to his feet, but barely.
Now,
oh, did you see that, Bradshaw?
Oh God, look at this though. Look at those tree trunk-like arms of Walter. Another show of defiance from Ospreay, but that may be what puts the final nail in his coffin here. Ospreay holds onto the ropes, gets caught. German suplex from Walter. Ospreay sent flying across the ring and then to the outside.
Yeah, that's a small mercy for Ospreay, because I get the feeling if he stayed inside the ring, Walter may well have won this match.
Yeah, I don't think that was deliberate from Ospreay. I think it's just the momentum of that German suplex took him out.
Well, these chops are something else. And now look at this, dumping Ospreay into the front row.
And Walter perfectly prepared to shove Ospreay into the crowd and do as he pleases here. Walter, referee is trying to force him away.
It'll take more than one referee to stop the champ.
It's brave stuff from the official to try and tell Walter what to do.
Now the count starts all over again.
Ospreay from nowhere. A leaping uppercut off the crowd barrier. Here comes Ospreay. A handspring over the top and takes out Walter. And now it's Walter into the crowd.
You talk about
Yes,
taking
it is.
control
It's
of a
fucking
match, and
amazing so
Ospreay's
far.
not finished. They're on their
Last
feet
one more,
here
put
in
him on
Manchester.
match.
Walter's in trouble. Ospreay.
Oh, this fucking main event. Oh my
God!
A
smash into a crossbody into the crowd. Takes out Walter. My God! Everyone is standing here in the BBC Arena, here in Manchester. You want to talk about stacked? They're almost stacked on top of one another, craning their necks to get a look at champion and challenger.
Utter carnage here at Stacked.
We still have an internet champion to decide. This match ain't over. It may well be. We don't want a double count out in this one.
Ospreay is first, back over the barrier.
Can't believe it. Walter back on his feet.
Oh, Walter clotheslines Ospreay, rolls in.
No way.
We're up to 9, is it?
Oh,
and he got it, he got it, he got it, he got it.
Did he just? Literally just by one hair on Will Ospreay's head.
God, have you ever seen a closer 9 count than that in your life?
And Walter's not convinced it
I've
wasn't.
never seen anyone close a 9 count
The
that
decision
fucking
stands.
close.
This internet championship match still ongoing.
Huge call from the referee. Ospreay in with the smallest of margins there.
Ospreay gritting his teeth. Walter happy to keep peppering the challenger.
You just wonder, is this one of those nights where, for all of the disadvantages he has, Will Ospreay won't be denied?
Well, any mere mortal would be finished long before now.
How has he not gone down?
I know, it's going to be a long
Ospreay,
fucking night.
another chop attempt. Walter covering up now. Ospreay's unloading. Another chop misses. Again, Ospreay unloading.
Well, I managed to do 2 badges so
Oh,
far.
third one gets him. Oh, Ospreay nips up.
Oh my god, lovely game.
Enziguri to the back of the head from Ospreay with the last ounce of energy that was remaining in his body.
I'm telling you, I want to say wow about Walter, but wow, Will Ospreay, the heart of a lion here tonight. Again, Dave, any normal man would be finished. They'd be taken out of here on a stretcher, and Ospreay's still in it.
It is a privilege to be ringside for this main event, internet title on the line. An unforgettable main event between Walter and Ospreay. And Ospreay.
Yeah, you can feel the energy in this building. Ospreay's on the verge of something special.
And Ospreay with a kick around the head of Walter. Clubs him down. Walter having a golden ball counter, the shoulders down, no! We were a split second from a new internet champion.
And again, the crowd rise to their feet in appreciation for what these two world-class athletes are doing here tonight at Stacked.
Ospreay raises his eyes to the heavens.
Come on,
He is
Ospreay.
starting to believe, I think, that he can do this against Walter at the very first time of asking. It's a rainmaker. Shades of a Carter there, but Walter, excuse me, won't go down.
They need a flood to take this man off his feet. Look at Walter. Somehow, oh.
Slap from Walter. These 2 men are exhausted. He gets it. Ospreay gets the rainmaker. Finally.
But does he have enough to follow up and make the cover? Apparently not. Too much has been taken out of Will Ospreay.
Or has it? Ospreay tried to kip up. He still has something in him. Ospreay has him measured up here. The running kick to Walter. Oh, Walter's on his feet. Walter's on his feet. God, gets him. The overhead throw. The top, Walter, no.
How does he do it? How does he do it, Bradshaw? How does Will Ospreay continuously find a way out?
Ospreay counters, and Walter is reeling again.
But look, Walter, either by design or complete happy accident rather, manages to make his way out of the ring. He's on the ring apron. I don't think he's quite safe. Nowhere safe from Will Ospreay.
What an impressive display from Will Ospreay. Win, lose or draw here.
Almost speechless at what we're seeing.
Oh. Ospreay, another one of those curling kicks around the side of the head.
No way.
What's he doing? Oh, Walter is dumped, hanging over the top rope here. Ospreay, what's he looking to do? Oh, the shooting star! The shooting star, for goodness sake!
And he's going high again. One more time.
Ospreay! There's a shooting star across the back! And again! Again!
Third time's a charm. Maybe for Will Ospreay it will be.
Ospreay! A third shooting star press to win the Internet title! No! No, no, no!
Oh my God! Oh my God! I thought Will Ospreay was impressive for kicking out of the Golden Bomb earlier on in this match.
What is it gonna take to decide this Internet title match?
Well, whoever wins this one deserves it, no doubt about that. One hell of a main event.
Ospreay thinks he might get it done with the Oz cutter. Walter doesn't let it happen.
There we go.
What is that? A clutch, that choke. That's how he beat Zack Sabre Jr.
The size of this man. Referee checking the arm.
Well, we're down to 2 and this could do it. Oh, no, 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 no. Ospreay still with life in him. Again, those arms. He's got a body back around. No, he doesn't. Ospreay shoulders down. Oh. Ospreay will go. The ropes again. Cutter, no. Gets caught. Walter's strength is inhuman.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ospreay under the top. Walter, cover. No, again. And again into the choke.
That's got to be it. Ospreay landed flush on the top of his head. There's no way he's escaping this.
This time, arm goes down twice. Will it go down a third time? Yes, it does. The bell rings, and Walter retains the Internet title in an absolute classic.
Here is your winner as the result of a submission and still Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion, Walter!
A tremendous, world-class main event here at Stack. At the end of it all, the man still standing tall with the Internet title is the ring general, Walter.
Well, even we're standing after that one. What an effort from both these men. They went everywhere, done everything. But in the end, Dave Bradshaw, Walter, again, stands proudly, stands tall still. The Defiant Internet Champion.
Somewhere.
Beat this man.
Well, the next man to try will be Chris Ridgway. He's the new #1 contender at Fight or Flight on October 11th. But you're right, who on earth can beat the Internet Champion, Walter, and Stack goes off air from Manchester.
Damn, that was decent. I'm going to head off and just take a few, like a 10, 15-minute break before Raw. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please support me any way you can. Liking, sharing, subscribing. Support me on Patreon, Super Chat, channel membership. Any and all helps. Subscribe to more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.